Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right. So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right. The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 44770-6949. Again, that's 44770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 44770-6949.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over, and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
Constant. It's constant.
Constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here are your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews.
I did not know that if you are not using it, something happens to it. So when you start to see a decrease in the estrogen amounts that's coming from your ovaries, the cells of the vagina tend to shrink. The elasticity of the vagina tends to change. So I have a lot of patients that complain of it not only being dry, but it feels like it's like just literally like shriveling, like it's thinning. The walls of the vagina thin. So, intercourse is a way, of course, to keep that elasticity, and things will just kind of atrophy or it'll shrink if you're not active. The vaginal estrogen is a great way, because sometimes by the time patients get to me, it's like, I haven't been dating for years. I've met someone, we're trying, and it's so painful. So that's when I will put them on vaginal estrogen cream. And I love pelvic floor physical therapy. So if I get a patient and they're to that where it's painful, they've not had intercourse in years, now we're trying to get back out there, we're going to do some pelvic floor physical therapy. So we work as a team. I deal with the estrogen component. I send them to pelvic floor physical therapy. They help them to learn how to relax those pelvic floor muscles again and how to get things back together. Pelvic floor physical therapy. And if your gynecologist isn't talking about pelvic floor physical therapy, I don't know what's going on.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, Shawty! This right here, this ain't your ordinary ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, Shawty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. You're in the dog house with your boys, the Two Live Stews. That's right, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those Two Live Stews. And this is your Two Live Stews Experience, bright and early on a Thursday morning. Good morning. Good morning to the lovely KK Ash. Good morning to T. Good morning to Mocha Bella and that damn Rel Scott. Good morning, Rel. Rel logged on at 3:30 a.m. to be one of the first ones to get his name called. That's why I called his name last. Good morning, Rel.
My
And
man,
good morning
50
to
grand.
you too, Dougie Stew. Good morning to you too, Dougie Stew. How
Good
you
morning,
feeling,
sir. Good morning, sir. Got a little frog in my throat.
Got a little frog in your throat, man.
Who you supposed to be, Kanye West this morning, man, with the little hoodie draped down like that? That's Kanye style.
I started to put a mask on. I started to come out here with a mask on so y'all couldn't see my face. I really did. Hey, man, there's so much going on. And as we get to the end of the year and this time of year, I always reflect and do a lot of gratitude stuff and give a lot of thanks. And I get all emotional about the past year and think about the year to come. I really didn't want to waste a lot of time shooting the ish this morning, man. I think
I like
God
shooting the ish. I like shooting the ish, though.
Well, so do I. So do I. I think God has stepped in to give us all a huge blessing. And his name is Michael Penix Jr. I think what we are about to see, Falcons 7-7, still at the top of the division, not winning the division, but still at the top, still over Tampa Bay, even though Tampa's in the lead right now, but they beat Tampa Bay twice. If they can find a way to, Joe talked about it last night on the Joe Show. I am very excited about the opportunities that this team now has that they probably should have started a little bit earlier. But I'm geeked about Michael Penix getting this start this weekend versus the Giants, sir. I am geeked. Give me your thoughts, man.
I told you.
No.
I told no,
Don't do that.
no.
Don't do that.
I
You notice I didn't even do that. I didn't even go there. But you shouldn't do that, Doug.
It's appropriate. It is appropriate. We've been doing this show since February, I think. The draft is in April.
You know we got receipts, right? You know Tree can pull receipts, right?
Right.
We got every show. It's all documented.
So
you know that, right?
Ever since the draft and the Falcons drafted Penix, they had already signed Cousins, right? They had already signed Cousins before the draft.
Yes, he was in the bag already.
I told y'all, everybody under the sound of my voice, I don't care whether you in Cali, Peking, China,
Florida,
Indonesia, Florida. I told you about the son of a bitch Kirk Cousins. I told you.
Oh, okay.
I told you.
Okay. Right.
I told y'all.
Okay.
I told y'all. Why did we feel the need to give that man $100 million? Why?
100.
And then on top of that, we doubled down on it. We hired a guy in the first. We drafted a guy in the first round. We can't get near pass rush on a quarterback, but we drafted a quarterback.
I wanted a D lineman.
I told you that son of a bitch Kirk Cousins was bad news. All he do is go to team and collect checks.
Listen, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this.
And
Kirk Cousins made right under $300 million, and the majority of it is guaranteed money over the last 10 years.
So people back in our hometown that came through between 87 and 90, that was on the football team in 1987, they'll remember our coach Gerald Moody saying this. It was you, son. It was you that gave him grace and said you thought it was a good sign.
No, I did. No, I said no. I want to clear something up. And
go ahead, clear it up.
And I didn't want to waste the first segment doing shooting the ish and doing trivial stuff that wasn't important. But this is important. Clear my name is important. Okay?
It was you.
Now
you jumped on board.
What I had thought had happened was they'd done their due diligence and they knew that this guy was healthy enough to be able to perform at a level that he needed to. Because
if he
was able to perform like he performed the last 5 years, this thing would have worked out fine. But no, he was not able to perform like he was the last 5 years. This was a bad move. This is a bust. And after 14 games, Arthur Blank is going to find himself having to pay Kirk Cousins $90 million. Got away like twice tonight.
But wow.
Even when he got away, you could tell that he wasn't getting away with an aspect of I'm going to get away and go get yards. He was getting away with the aspect of I'm just going to throw this ball and get rid of it because I'm a gimp and I can't go nowhere.
Yeah, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, he is not.
No,
he is not. He is very limited. Any team with the average to good pass rush is going to be a problem for the Atlanta Falcons this year. One thing I will say, though, is it seems like under Raheem Morris, this team is playing very clean football.
Okay, I agree.
Meaning they're not making a ton of mistakes.
Yeah, this is nothing. We need to go back to when we made the deal, when we signed the deal. We need to go back to that show. If we could go back to that show, and it's easy to find because we can just look and find the date that the Falcons signed him, then pull up the show, the show that came up after that signing, and that'll tell a whole story about who felt what about this guy.
Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, Two Live Stews, and the Two Live Stews Experience. Thank y'all for being here. Please continue to pass the word. Quick reminder that Monday will be our last show for the year, even though I think there may be a pop-up or so after that, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. Sir, Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris
general manager for the Falcons and head coach for the Falcons.
Just those two. They had a meeting, and they closed the door, and Terry looks at Raheem and says, "Is your phone off?" And he said, "Yes." Raheem looks at Terry and says, "Is your phone off?" "Yes." He said, "Okay. So we can talk about this honestly and forthright?" "Yes." "Nigga, we got to pinch that motherfucker Kirk." We got to, listen, we going to lose our job, nigga, if we don't get that motherfucker out of here. We going to lose our job. We got to put him on the bench. We got a savior in this other dude that we drafted 8th that's going to preserve and protect our livelihood and help us keep our jobs. We cannot continue to let the ship get sank by Kirk Cousins, and I am elated for both of them.
So let's 2 things. You just mentioned Penix. The number one thing, though, I want to put this out there. I want this documented, okay? Kirk Cousins in his last 5 games, 1 touchdown pass, 9 interceptions.
Who said 2 weeks ago, why is he still in there? I said 2 weeks ago, why is he still in there?
Yeah, but that's
after the second straight terrible performance where he was throwing lame ducks and balling up in the pocket so he don't get hit because he couldn't move. I said, what are we waiting on?
No, but
we're literally pissing away the season behind Kirk Cousins when you drafted a player 8th overall that clearly can do better.
Yeah, the point is, though, that a lot of people felt like, and I felt like, don't start Penix Jr. on the road.
Man, please.
Start him here in Atlanta. I don't know.
Man,
maybe your thoughts on this obviously outweigh my thoughts. You played in the NFL for 5 years. My whole thinking was the guy, you want to make it as easy as a transition for Michael Penix Jr. Wait till you get back to Atlanta. And that's exactly what they did. You said throw him out there to the Wolves against who was the game 2 weeks ago? I mean, last week it was against hey man, I can't remember who it is right now.
He not being the Raiders was last week. He's not being thrown against he's not being thrown in no Wolves. He done sat for months.
So Raiders and the Giants. We played the Raiders and the Giants, I believe.
The Giants are this weekend. Right.
Okay, so the
Raiders were last weekend.
Who did we play the week before that you wanted to throw him in? You just like play him. It don't even matter at this point. The point is they wait to start the guy. They wait to bench Cousins when they get back home to Atlanta to make it a little bit easier transition.
It was the Vikings in Minnesota.
So I'm all for that. We better hope this thing don't blow up in our face and this guy gets sacked 1 million times and loses his confidence. That's something else now you got to worry about or whatever. But you had to. Stat line, there probably ain't another time in history where a quarterback was given the opportunity to play 5 games in a row where he only threw 1 touchdown pass and 9 interceptions. That stat line for a 5-game stretch for a quarterback probably has never happened before in the history of the NFL.
Joe said it last night on the Joe Show on Stewart Media and Entertainment, Joe Hamilton. We've never, ever seen a starting quarterback diminish during a season right before our eyes like this has happened this year. And I said it like 3 weeks ago, you're number 1 right now in your division. You're number 1. You can't literally piss this off. You can't do that. You can't allow your $90 million that you're giving Kirk Cousins or $100 million. You can't allow the fact that he's
$10 million.
Well, I was reading that at the end of the day, if he doesn't play anymore, it's going to end up costing them $90 million his first 2 years. But that could be wrong. It doesn't matter. But my whole thing was when you drafted an able-bodied player like Michael Penix Jr. at number 8, most of those guys in that position that get drafted that high, they don't wait 14 games to get in.
Yeah, but in this case, he had to because we gave Kirk Cousins $100 million.
Right, but you're in first place, and you weren't going downhill like this. You were doing a nosedive, and y'all said, "Oh, just leave him out there. Oh, it'll be okay. You can't play the rookie. The hell I can't."
Right, because the reason why you leave him out there is because you're hoping that he snaps out of it. You're hoping you don't have to eat your words and your actions of giving him $100 million.
When does the snap happen, though? After the first loss? After the second loss? After the third loss? When does the snap happen?
You remember that stretch where he looked great? That 2 or 3 game stretch where he looked fantastic?
Yes, I remember that.
It was fool's gold. At that time, we were giving Fontenot and Raheem Morris all of their flowers. Like, it looked like it was working.
Brilliant.
Okay?
You're right.
But now we revert back to why everybody said everything they said about Kirk Cousins at the beginning of the year. Because think about it like this. if he was so great at his quarterback, why did Washington not make a deal to keep him? Why did the Vikings not make a deal to keep him? You don't let your franchise quarterback go, no matter what the number is, if he's good.
Unless he's almost 40 and he tears his Achilles, which I said from the start. Unless he's almost 40 and he tears his Achilles. But if he's almost 40 and he's torn his Achilles and he's trying to rehab it and he's stinking and dropping the team's record like this and throwing interceptions and leading the league in interceptions, and you've got an able-bodied player like Michael Penix Jr., younger, faster, stronger, healthier, you don't let the team take a nosedive. You know why?
But he's a rookie, though. You keep
You
saying
know why?
like Penix is going to come out here and just light the world on fire. We hope he does, but he's a rookie. The speed of the game. Go ahead.
What does Michael Penix Jr. have in common with Bo Nix, May in New England, Caleb Williams? They're all rookies. Every last one of them are rookies.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, a couple of them are playing pretty damn good ball. Bo Nix has got his team almost in first place in their division. Yeah, they're going to the playoffs. Sir.
And I like Penix. I've said that. I love Penix. I think his upside, I think he could be great. I think
48 starts. 48 starts in college. 13,000 yards, 13,741 yards, 96 TDs, 34 interceptions, and 146 quarterback rating in 48 games in college. Penix, 149.6 quarterback rating. They're of the same ilk. They're not the regular rookies that only played 1 or 2 years in college. They've started and played college football for the last 5 years, and they've been paid to do it. We can't just let the team just lose. The fans don't deserve to lose. There's 5 to 10 players on that roster for the Falcons that will never, ever suit up again, and they don't even realize it. They deserve to win. There's some coaches that may not be coaching anymore in the future. They deserve to win, and you just can't take a loss. You just can't do it.
If you don't have to, you're saying.
You cannot do it.
The Falcons owe Cousins $27.5 million guaranteed in 2025. If he's still on the roster on the 5th day of the 2025 league year, which hits March 16th, 2025, they'll owe him another $10 million in early 2026 roster bonus.
That won't happen.
Per a source with knowledge of the contract. Cousins also has a full no-trade clause that gives him plenty of autonomy in determining 2025 team. How about this? If they cut him, if they just don't want him on the team and nobody signs him, they have to pay him the full deal.
That's what they're going.
That $100 million.
Yes. Well, the $100 million is he's going to get that $100.
He's going to get the $100 million.
Right.
Now, whether another team comes into play and wants to sign him and take a part of that salary that the Falcons are off, the Falcons will be technically off the hook for some of it if another team signs him. Do you think another team's going to sign this guy, or do you think he's done?
Me and a buddy debated this a couple of days ago. He's done, son. Ain't nobody giving Kirk Cousins the ball no more.
Why did
he don't
we
deserve
do
the
it?
ball.
Why did we do it?
Yeah,
now, I could understand because, once again, he's had flashes of brilliance in Minnesota and Washington. I can understand, but coming off that Achilles injury, when his ass limped up to that podium that day when the Falcons introduced him,
we talked about it.
If I was sitting in that audience and I was Fontenot or I was Raheem Morris, or if I was Arthur Blank and I saw him limping to that podium, if I'm Arthur Blank, I scramble my way up there and I grab the contract and I rip it up. No deal. And I just walk off.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
That's all you needed to see.
Yep. When he walked to that podium, and I mentioned it, I said he went to the podium as if he was Fred Sanford. He walked to the podium like he was Fred Sanford, man. He was like a penguin. That Achilles was tearing this behind him so much.
And this is so Atlanta Falcon-ish. It just seems like
it's okay.
It just seemed like our name should be what's the dude from the Flintstones name? Somebody remind me. No, the dude that had the bad luck. Schlepp Rock.
Schlepp Rock. The Schlepp Rock.
We are a Schlepp Rock team.
Well, I feel differently now. I feel differently now, and as they're 2 weeks late on making this decision.
What do
maybe
you
even 3.
What do you base it feeling good now on? Based on the last 30 years you've lived in this city. Why would you feel good?
Based on the fact that Penix is getting the start, I feel good. As a matter of fact, I like this a lot. I'm a Raider fan. I just support the Falcons, but I like this for the Falcons a lot.
Coming up next, we're going to talk about MV7, man. I'm so happy for this guy. But for the young people, Schleprock was a guy on the great Flintstones. No matter what he did, it was going to be a bad day for him.
Bad.
Everything would be fine. He'd be walking in a damn plane would fall on him.
A whole plane.
Or he'd be walking down the street and a damn tiger would chase his ass. A tiger.
Yeah.
And that's the Falcons. No matter what could go wrong, since I've been in this city 30 years next year, with the Atlanta Falcons, it goes wrong.
I like this a lot. And we'll read your chat. We'll talk about it a little bit more in detail a little later. We're going to get into this big thing in the next segment. But I like this a lot for the Atlanta Falcons and for the Falcons fans.
I hope so,
I like this a lot. Oh, yeah. Listen, this is the healthiest Michael Penix Jr. has been in about 4 years, too. I like this a lot. He's been sitting. He's been rehabbing. He's been watching video. He's been asking questions. He's been in the coach's ear. They saw enough after one preseason game. I like this a lot for the Falcons. And it starts this week versus a terrible Giants team. I like this a lot. Y'all keep it locked, man. Up next, we'll get into this Michael Vick situation because I like that a lot, too. Your boys, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, the Two Last Stews and the Two Last Stews experience.
We got to touch upon these college games this weekend, too. The college football playoffs are here.
We're not doing that next, though. I don't even know why the hell you said that just now. Golly. Anyway.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's
Constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here, your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews. Kirk Cousins has no mobility. I think wherever he ended up at the end of his 5 to 7 foot drop, he didn't move left or right any.
He was brought here under false pretenses, and the people that brought him here deserve to get that Buster Award too.
Yeah, so I don't want to give Terry Fontenot a Buster Award because he's a brother. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. He's a brother.
What does him being a brother have to do with getting a Buster Award or a Baller Award?
Well, I mean, that seems kind of harsh to give the brother a Buster Award. But, I mean, I think technically he deserves it. Let me say this. This is only one game. Maybe it's a situation where he's got to get comfortable and he's got to get some faith in the fact that the surgery was successful, because it's a mental thing, too, when you have a major injury like that. And maybe he'll be okay. He'll be better next week and better the week after and better the week after. I say just scrap the whole damn thing and chalk it up that we lost some money and put Michael Penix Jr. out there. Why not?
He get one more week. And you're right. because he didn't play in the preseason, how much faith does he really have in his rehabilitated Achilles being healed?
Right.
From what I saw from Michael Penix Jr., the fans in Atlanta don't need to sit in there and be patient. Go to who's next. Go to the first round draft pick. They put on why they wasn't going to use him in the preseason. I know why you didn't use him in the preseason, because we would have saw in the preseason he's a freaking gimp. That was September 10th, sir. That was September 10th. Your hand is raised. And this is the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience Thursday morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Thank y'all for being here. Your hand is raised. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Two things I'm going to walk us into what we're going to talk about here, which I'm so elated to get into. But a little bit from the last segment. In 98, this is basically a whole quick little understanding, a ditty that'll tell you about the Falcons and their ineptitude. In 98, go ahead.
Remember what you're about to say. We've been coming back from breaks and going out of breaks without hitting the title sponsor. Wouldn't that be a perfect opportunity for someone's company to get a lot of love and a lot of recognition?
Yeah.
When you come back in from a segment, coming out of a break, it's like the whole world is paying attention and they want to hear what's next. Before you go into a break and end the segment, it's like the whole world is paying attention because they're listening and they want to know what you're about to do.
Right.
And that's when we hit them with sponsored by, titled by, powered by.
Right.
Y'all don't miss the opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity. Okay, Doug, go ahead.
If you like to partner with the Two Live Stews and be the title sponsor.
Now, remember what you're going to say. Please don't forget what you were about to say, because I think it was about to be good.
Right. Email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. We are looking for a title sponsor to the Two Live Stews, and we would love to promote your brand, whether you have a business in Atlanta, an actual physical business in Atlanta, or whether you have an internet-based company. We would love to promote your company on the Two Live Stews experience. So two things. In 1998, in the NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons, with their, let me see what number it is, with their 12th pick in the draft, pick linebacker from Georgia Tech, your teammate Keith Brooking.
Yep.
Guess who they could have picked at number 21 in the draft? And number 21 in the draft, guess who they could have picked? But they picked Keith Brooking. They picked Keith Brooking at 12, and at number 21, guess who they could have picked?
Before you say
guess who was still on the board?
Before you say whatever you're about to say,
right?
Let me just say, Keith Brooking is probably in the Falcons Hall of Fame because he did his damn job. He was a great linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know who you're about to say, but I do know this. If you're trying to insinuate or suggest
the point of me saying this is because the Falcons have always done the wrong thing since I've been here next year 30 years.
But you can't use Brooking and say it was the wrong thing. That's bad. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah,
I understand that's your teammate, and you're not going to say anything negative about it. And I'm not technically saying anything negative about him, technically.
Okay, hold on for a second.
I'm technically not saying anything negative about him.
Right now, the scales are doing this, and before we go any further, please remember what you're going to say. The great Naughty Dread, I want to bring him in real quick. Naughty, the scale is doing this right now.
You haven't let me finish my statement.
I know, but please remember what you're going to say. Just keep Brooking so we can.
Keith Brooking was a good player.
Okay.
I didn't say he was a bad player.
Okay. All right.
But he wasn't as good as the guy I'm about to say who got drafted 7 picks behind him.
Who was he?
Randy Moss. Now listen, I know people will say, I know people will say, well, everybody else passed on him too.
Right.
My point is so Falconish not to make the right move. Next year I would have been here 30 years, and I can't ever remember the Falcons ever getting it right as far as the draft, whether it's
Mike Vick.
Hold on.
Mike Vick.
Hold on. Can you let me finish my point? Over my 30 years here, next year will be 30 years. I can't remember another time where the Falcons did the right thing in free agency or the draft except for when we drafted Michael Vick.
Mike Vick.
Congratulations. Is
Roddy
now
White.
Huh?
Roddy White. Julio Jones. Stop it. Stop this blasphemy.
Stop stepping on my point, man. My point was to lead us into the conversation about MV7.
Okay.
When you talk about second opportunities in life, when you talk about everybody stepping on you while you down and you just lift yourself up, I'm so happy for this man. I'm so happy for this man. The new head coach of the Norfolk State Spartans, a MEAC team. So we're going to be playing, when I say we, I'm talking about South Carolina State. South Carolina State sees them during the regular season. They're part of the conference. I'm so proud of this brother, man,
I'm happy
that he's been given another opportunity at life, really, to be honest with you. What are your thoughts, man? The dude is from that area.
I'm elated, man. I remember a conversation that Adam Schefter and Michael Vick had 6-7 years ago. And Adam Schefter was asking Mike what he wanted to do. They were talking about his confirmation and how he's fighting to come back from what he was coming back from. And he's like, I think I just want to work with kids. I think I want to coach. He said that to Adam Schefter like 7 years ago. So we talked about it on the Joe Show last night. I think this is huge for Mike Vick, and I see tons of opportunity for Mike Vick. I'm reading that Norfolk State has, I don't know if they got a grant or if some donor gave them some money, but they got like $50+ million. So they're going to have NIL opportunities. They're building a new stadium, and now they've got somebody to center all of it around. I see the Deion effect and the Bill Belichick effect here for Norfolk State in the MEAC with this Michael Vick hiring. I think this is brilliant on their behalf.
It's brilliant. You remember when Deion got his first job at Jackson State?
Yep.
And it made all the sense in the world for them.
For a lot of people, it made sense to us, but it didn't to the general public. But yes, it made sense to us.
It made sense because Deion's name was so big that he should be able to recruit any kid he wants.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? And remember at the time, we couldn't think of somebody else that had the Deion Sanders cachet where kids know him and kids would want to play for him just because of his name.
This guy does.
I couldn't think of anybody. And you know what? And maybe I didn't think of Vick at the time we were talking about this because I didn't know he wanted to coach or he was open to the idea of coaching.
He said that for years.
The guy is from the Hampton Roads area, that Norfolk area, where they've had a ton of great athletes come through. Like when you talk about areas for high school players, it's Miami, it's Houston, it's Atlanta, Metro Atlanta.
Allen Iverson, Aaron Brooks. The name, there's too many names to name. It's a bunch of names.
It's that Tidewater, Virginia area.
Virginia.
Oh my God, Bruce Smith is from there, Plaxico Burris. There's like endless names from that area. Now, I still suspect that, Virginia Tech and Virginia are going to get, probably better players.
But why? That's what I will not just resign to. If Mike Vick is to bend their ear, they're going to know who Mike Vick is. And if I'm reading about this abundance of money that the institution has, it's more of a level playing field now.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, a guy that came out of high school and went to an HBCU, just won the Heisman. I don't want to hear he can't get good players at Norfolk State. That's not the case. I think if he puts the right coaches around him, he will be in a position to pick up the phone and call anybody that he wants to sell them on what's going on in Norfolk State, especially if there's a check behind it, which apparently there is.
And that's another thing. One brilliant move by him getting into media. Did the Fox pregame show and did very well. The couple of times that I saw him, he did very well. So that was one thing about Vick that was always kind of like, part of the equation on why you couldn't see him doing something like this, because Vick was really kind of quiet. He was really a guy that really didn't talk a lot. You didn't know what he felt about football and X's and O's and this, that, and the other. But he showed his range by doing the TV show the last couple of years on Fox.
Most quarterbacks that play at that level, they know football, sir, offensively and defensively. That's why they're so good. That's why I love having conversations with Joe. That's why I love listening to Tony Romo. That's why I like listening to Troy Aikman, because quarterbacks, they have a better understanding of every position of the game. And he's one of those guys.
Another thing, you just touched upon it just now. Remember, when all these people, oh, he's got no experience or whatever. And I listen, I do have a problem with the fact that these celebrity guys are taking coaches from lifer assistant coaches in HBCU football. We talked about that before. Okay.
There's plenty of jobs. It's okay. There's plenty of jobs.
But just acknowledging the fact that this is a big thing for the conference, for HBCU football, this big name. Understand that he doesn't have to be an X and O guy, even though he is, like you just said, because he's played quarterback his entire life.
Right.
All he needs to do is hire great coordinators.
He needs to be Mike Tomlin, period.
He needs to hire great coordinators. He needs to recruit. Let me say recruit for last. He needs to motivate, and he needs to recruit.
Yep.
He's going to be able to recruit better probably than anybody else in the conference. I'm super excited for the guy. I'm super excited
100%. I see him as being the ultimate mentor because of his life experiences, because of his success in his life and his failures. He's going to be a great mentor. Deion, who doesn't do home visits, mind you, remember that. Deion doesn't do home visits, allegedly. Okay? Deion's a mentor. That's why he's in the position he's in. He knows football, yes, but Deion's the ultimate mentor. The staff around him that's doing the coaching, Deion makes the final call, but he's entrusted people that do offense and do defense to raise his players on the football field. He needs to be Mike Tomlin.
Right.
Mike Tomlin ain't calling no X's and O's, but he knows it. He's coached on both sides of the ball, but Mike Tomlin is a manager of men. That's all Mike Vick needs to do. He needs to pick up the phone and get these players, and he only needs 25 to 30 of them a year. That's all he needs. He needs to get a few of those good players in every year, get coaches around them, and he needs to mentor them about the do's and the don'ts to find success in life. He can do that.
Hey, man, young people that didn't see Vick during the beginning of his career or when he, hit the scene at Virginia Tech and when he got drafted by the Falcons, it's safe to say Vick was a street dude. That's the best way I can put it. The most, political correct way I can put it.
He was comfortable with the streets.
Vick was a street dude. To watch Vick in the baggy clothes, the braids, and the style that he had when he came to the Falcons, to watching him on Sundays in a suit, to watching him have a nice haircut, high and tight haircut, to hear him talk X's and O's, the maturation of that guy from 20 years ago or 25 years ago when the Falcons drafted him to now is a blessing from God.
You're supposed to evolve in life, sir. You're supposed to elevate.
I'm so happy for this dude, sir.
You're supposed to evolve in life.
You're
supposed to elevate in life.
I'm watching all of these little messages people are posting about this, and there's people out there. So-and-so, he murdered dogs.
I don't read those.
He did this, that, and the other, and they're giving him a job. He should never be able to get a job ever again, whatever. And those are the same people. The same people that are so boisterous about Vick getting second opportunities are the same people that never said a mumbling word about Sonya Massey getting murdered in her own house.
Exactly.
That never said a mumbling word. I promise you can't find one comment from these people that are so critical of Vick 20 years after the fact, after he had paid restitution, after he served time in jail. Those same people never said a mumbling word about Tamir Rice or Breonna Taylor or Walter Scott. None of them.
Nope. Those same people
shut up.
Those same people are giving Trump his second term.
Those same people voted for a guy that's a 34-time felon. But they mad. They still mad at this guy 20 years after the fact, after he served time, paid restitution for what he did, which was wrong. And they still got a problem with him.
He's old up to that. He's talked about that. And you said right. He did his time. You said right. He did his time. The time that they wanted him to do, he did it. He did it. I think it's going to work. I think when you're Deion Sanders, Bill Belichick, or Mike Vick, when your name would go on the Mount Rushmore of things that people like you like you do, if you go on the Mount Rushmore, I think you have the opportunity to get great players to come to tutor, great players to come and mentor. If you would get put on the Mount Rushmore of whatever it was you do, you can recruit. Mike Tomlin is not in the quarterback's room talking about 3, 5, and 7-step drops for quarterback. He ain't doing that.
Cornell Dolphin fan says as soon as Vick starts winning, the PWI is going to come calling.
There's a high likelihood that could happen.
Yeah.
There's a high likelihood that could happen. Listen, There's been a blueprint that can be followed, period. He won't be the first one to do it. Deion doesn't open the gate for everybody to have an opportunity. There's been a blueprint. This isn't unheard of anymore.
Once again, let's have the conversation right now. Can you think of anybody in the mold that's young enough that young people would remember from their playing days, like Deion, like Vick? Is there another name out there that just his name alone will be able to recruit the top kids at that school? Is there another name?
I'm sure we can think of a couple people. I'll think of a couple.
I've tried.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, on the Two Live Stews Experience, the Hollywood Report. Ollie will grace us with her presence. We'll get a few stories. A little bit later, we're going to talk to the Dread, get the Funky Four. Having a great show. We're going to read some chat, too. Having a really great show. We got a top 5 to get into. Yeah, we got a top 5. But if time doesn't allow, we'll get to that next week. No big deal. Y'all keep it locked to you boys. Doug and Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews, and the Two Live Stews Experience. Yeah, the top 5, we ain't got to get to that. We can talk about all this stuff.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. Couple of good calls in the chat room when it comes to people that can motivate these guys, these teams, these players. We'll get into that a little bit later. Hey, Ollie, Michelle.
Hey, Ollie.
Morning.
Y'all, welcome back to the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. He's Doug, I'm Ryan, and that is Ollie. Your hands raised again, sir.
Arlie, can I take the stage for a second?
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Typically do.
Thank you.
And I'm in Oklahoma.
Doug, don't do this.
The Winterfest Gala. Seriously, can I take the stage for a second, Tree? Thank you. I'm serious about that. I wasn't playing. Thank you. The Winterfest Gala. South Carolina State's Bulldogs HBCU Unity event. That's right. Who? The Atlanta chapter of the HBCU Unity. A Winterfest Gala will be on premiere in 2025. When? Saturday, January 11th, 2025. in ATL, Georgia. Where? The Atlanta Metropolitan State College. All right? 1630 Metropolitan Parkway, Atlanta, Georgia. This is what we're asking for. If you want to come to the event, you want to party with the Bulldogs, 4 good calls. Like the great Tom Joyner used to say, party with a purpose. All right? It's a donation of $125 will allow the SCSU Atlanta chapter to raise significant funds for our current students and those planning to attend South Carolina State University. So join us for a night of partying with a purpose, SCSU Bulldog style. Once again, you can get more information about this incredible gala at scsuatlbulldogs.com. That's scsuatlbulldogs.com. Thank you, Arlie. Thank you, Ryan.
I just want to say this before I start. Doug, I
Welcome, Doug.
appreciate the way that you. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, this is me reading while Doug was doing whatever y'all want to call what he was just doing. But it's me. Y'all say I'm okay. All right. Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Because they keep calling him
Oh.
Reading Ryan, and they pick at him. Tree says he can't read, but then he's just saying you can't read. I'm just a translator.
Okay.
I'm a simple translator. I just want to say, Doug, I appreciate the way you rep, South Carolina State Bulldogs and other historically Black colleges and universities. Shout out to Xavier University, because I am a product of an HBCU. I wasn't born at, but my parents conceived me, I am almost positive, at an HBCU, Alcorn State University. Go Braves. And I believe in that process.
Thank you, Ollie. Ollie, so our entire family are HBCU grads. Our entire
Except for
family,
Ryan.
except for one person, we're not going to name him, but like our family, Spelman, Morehouse, Hampton, South Carolina State, Claflin, like that's just how we were raised in an HBCU environment.
Yep.
So
Mine
you
too.
judge?
I'm
Are you judging me on our platform?
Judging. I am.
No. I mean, nobody can be mad at you for taking, $50,000 a year scholarship from Georgia Institute of Technology.
Can I get the floor real quick? Just real quick.
No, now because I took.
Hush. For the record, I am never a person that will not say when they're wrong or when they may have misunderstood something. I've told Doug Stewart multiple times that years ago when he came to me like, you should consider an HBCU. You should consider an HBCU. Why
No,
you take
in
me to
particular, it
someplace else?
was South Carolina State.
Right, I understand that, but it was an HBCU as well. You wanted me to consider going to an HBCU. I see the value of that now. Having evolved, having elevated, having to know and have a better understanding of the way life is and how the world ticks these days, I get it now. Thank you for the window tree. I get it now. I understand.
And I fully understand why you went to Tech. I get it.
I understand. Yeah. So
Alcorn played Tech in one of them early games. It was. Ooh. Oh, I get the okay. Hey y'all. Yeah. Arlie, when Alcorn played Tech and they beat us like 68-7 or something, I understand why kids go to those schools. All the cannons blowing off, but you can't beat the experience at HBCU.
With this NIL thing going on, I would love our kids to start building a powerhouse and getting paid to do that. Powerhouses. I would love them to go to Black schools, and I would love them to go to Black coaches that may be D1 coaches. But I would love that because now it makes more sense. In my mind, it was all about a better opportunity for myself and my family back then. Well, now that opportunity can be created from an HBCU that now has NILs.
Right.
It makes sense.
It's a little different.
Hey, before we let Arlie start her report, Arlie,
yes,
you did the damn thing in that movie, A Christmas Prayer.
Oh, didn't she? Oh yeah, good job.
You did your damn thing. I watched it. Yeah. You did your thing. When was that? When was that filmed?
It's filmed in July, which is so funny.
This past year.
Not this past year. It was filmed year before last.
You did your thing.
Thank you. Roxy Sanchez here.
You showed your acting chops. You did. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, if you're watching the show, Arlie is a thespian. Is there a female version of the word thespian, or is just a thespian?
Lesbian. No, I'm just kidding. Thespian, yes.
So Arlie starred in this movie called A Christmas Prayer. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And the movie was very good. You were the main. I think you were the main. You would be considered the main actress in the movie.
and she did her thing. So check it out. It's on. I saw it on Tubi, or what's that other channel
TV One?
No, I think I saw it on Tubi. Check it out on Tubi. A Christmas Prayer. Our own Arlie Michelle does the damn thing.
That's right.
My uncle couldn't watch it. Like, it's so funny. My uncle, my niece was screaming at the TV.
Now it was traumatic. I'm sure for your family watching you.
It's graphic. It's graphic.
Right. It was kind of tragic.
I like it. Yes. But anyway, thank you very much for that. Y'all check me out. It's Christmas time and I'm out there in the world. Anyway, y'all, it's birthdays. You know how we do here at the Two Live Stews Experience with your girl, Arlie Michelle, for the Arliewood Report. We got to say a few happy birthdays. And since we won't see you for a while, we're going to just shout out a couple people. Today, though, is actor Elvis Nolasco. Y'all might have remembered him from American Crime. He was amazing in that. He turned 56. Model Tyson Beckford. Folks were just asking, where was he? Because Jaguar Wright keep acting like he somewhere doing something. He enjoying having his best life. Turned 54. Former NFL great Warren Sapp, 53 today. And Samuel L. Jackson will be celebrating a birthday the rest of this month. Bernadette Stanis, you know you have to say her name right. Thelma from Good Times. Lotto.
Thelma.
Y'all know she's still fine, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Sparks. Uncle Luke. What you want for Christmas? DJ Assassin. Director Lee Daniels. NFL player Devontae Adams. Those all will be celebrating birthdays before we end out this month. And my granny. Shout out to my granny. She will turn 96 on December 26th. Still cooking, still living by herself, still doing the thing.
Happy birthday, Granny.
Happy birthday, Granny. Happy birthday to you.
So, guys, y'all know on Monday, I brought to you all that Jay-Z is fighting this lawsuit. He's like, y'all ain't about to tell me I done, raped this young lady. And that is not what happened. And then the young lady goes on NBC and there are holes in her story. Well, then Jay-Z, of course, files immediate lawsuit to dismiss the case. Jaguar Wright comes on and she does this video call, which we can't, of course, play. But in the video, she has her listeners listening to her talk to the Busby law firm. And they're like, do you mind if one of our lawyers contacts you? Blah, 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 la, la, la. Because now apparently Tony Busby, who is representing all the accusers against Diddy and the anonymous accuser against Jay-Z. Well, then Jaguar Wright goes on saying that all of them are trying to talk to her. Then Tony Busby comes back like, hold up. We did not contact her, but Jaguar Wright puts it out there for the world to listen to her talking to Tony Busby's law firm.
I love it.
Jay-Z's. Okay, so now Tony Busby's law firm is suing Rock Nation because they say they're using tactics trying to intimidate former clients. Like when I tell you it is a battle going back and forth, back and forth. My question to y'all this morning is, how y'all think this is going to play out? What y'all think going to happen with Jay-Z and Tony Busby?
Well, I hope Jay-Z didn't do these things and they can prove it. And I hope that that this is a statement about all of these lawsuits that are coming amongst people for money, for fame. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm going to wait and see. Simple as that.
Yep, we definitely got to wait and see. I think they may have picked the wrong one, and I think they may FOFO.
Okay.
Oh, I got
Fofo.
that.
You going fofo.
Yeah,
You going fofo up in here.
Fofo. I think they go. I think they just might fofo. At least I hope they fofo.
Okay, fofo.
Oh, it's FIFO.
It's FIFO. It's FIFO.
It's FIFO. Did you say FOFO, Ryan?
He didn't say FOFO. That's what he's going to say right now.
No way I said FOFO.
We
knew what you meant, man. Go ahead.
Y'all knew what I meant.
So, yeah, as this continues to play out in legal and in the streets, because I guess my concern is like Jay-Z is a street dude who has gone to another level. And so I think he has the benefit of, which is why Tony Busby put out this whole post some days ago about how he was a Marine, served all these tours. So he also is trying to be on some FIFO. Like, I know what I'm doing too. I feel like sometimes it's hard for street to prevail over the legal part of all this, but I feel like he also possesses the ability. He has really good legal representation. What I also want to say is Jaguar Wright in her video is like, I'm just trying to give the people, information. I'm trying to help the people understand what's going on. Is anybody else? I just want in a show of hands in the in the chat, anybody else sick of Jaguar Wright other than me? I'm tired of her telling everybody's business. It's not your place to say if I was molested or attacked by or whoever. What if I don't want that out there? She on this whole crusade about Jay-Z was messing with Foxy Brown when she was young, used to pick her up from school. She on this whole crusade about Orlando this, and she on this whole crusade about Tevin Campbell getting this happened, and Justin Bieber. And I mean, she just gone in about Jill Scott. You name it, she talking about it. I am sick of Jaguar Wright. I'm sick of her.
I gotta love.
She's created her lane. She's created a lane.
I've got a love-hate relationship with her.
Just
for what you just said. Like, why is she doing this? It's like she's trying to bring down black people. Like, why would you say these things about black people that a lot of this stuff was in confidence? You know, she's breaking all kind of like basic rules.
Man law, woman law,
woman law. Like, I don't get that. But at the same time, I guess she's profiting from it some type of way. I don't know.
Lane. She's created a lane.
I get it, but if I was molested, just me, if something happened to me, I attacked somebody, I don't want, or I was attacked, that's not for you to tell my story. Right. Like, that's not right for me mentally. That screws with me. Like, I would be so upset if somebody, it's like when they outed the singer Khalid, the little boyfriend outed him all over social media. What if I'm not ready to tell my story? And now you're going to tell it for me? It's not right.
Yeah.
So I want her to just sit as an offer, sit down somewhere. Anyway, next up, we have, I want to just send a congratulations to, and I don't know how I missed it, and it probably was everywhere, and I just missed it because with all going on. Jamal Bryant gets married. It's been a month. They got married on the 14th of last month. And they were just engaged. I just told y'all about the engagement, May 26th. So they fast-tracked that thing. Y'all think she's pregnant? I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, that's typically what happens, right? I mean, when you put that bun in the oven a little early, sometimes you try to pop that marriage on it so people forget about it, and then hopefully, I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
They used to call her shotgun wedding.
Yep.
Shotgun.
Because said bride's daddy gonna pull out a shotgun if you don't marry his daughter. Go back to that picture one more time.
I gotta think she's an AKA at this point because she was in flowing pink and he was in green.
See, that's how my mind works. I'm always trying to find out the money. How much you think that flower arrangement cost behind them?
Ooh, child, that's about $60,000.
I don't know about 60, but it's a lot.
Good Lord, that's a lot.
I don't know about 60, Arlie, but it's a lot. Are you serious about 60, Arlie?
I don't know if 60, but I know we went to a wedding recently. They had those kind of big things. They said they paid like 60 for the whole wedding thing. Okay, but so maybe that's about.
Yeah, that's a good.
I don't know.
That's a good 5-10. That's a good 5-10 grand.
It's a good 5.
Lord.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so shout out to them. I don't know why you're hurrying into this thing, but okay, everybody to each his own. And plus,
I want to hear this. I want to hear the same comments that y'all was saying to Travis and his old lady when y'all start talking about Pastor Bryant and his old lady on social media.
You gonna hear
language.
You're going to hear him, but she's more of a helpmeet. She has her own doctorate, her own thing. I don't know. She's not somewhere getting little snippets about her.
Jamal Bryant will be cheating on his new wife soon. Why would you say something like that, Julius?
Because that's what he does.
Remember we used to suspend ninjas from the chat room?
That's right. Can
we do that?
No, Julius, you're probably right.
But we don't know that. Why would he say something like that? That's almost bad as Jaguar Wright.
About Travis Scott. Not that he was not Travis Scott, Travis Hunter. He was gonna be his girl gonna be doing some crazy stuff. But I brought them up, and then while I was looking for my next story, realized that unfortunately, Chance the Rapper and his wife Kirsten Corley Bennett are going to be calling it quits. Yeah. Bless their little hearts. I don't know all the particulars. People in the world out there saying that, they look so happy. That's when they first met. And they met when they were like 9 years old. He might have been 10, and she came in and did some song at his mother's Christmas party. And they have known each other since then. They got married just 5 years ago. They have 2 beautiful children, 9-year-old Kinsley and 5-year-old Marley Grace. And they said they're going to work hard to raise them together. But in a 2020 interview, Kirsten said, I hope you see 2 imperfect human beings who are doing their best to cultivate a home rooted in love and grace. Marriage is difficult. It would be irresponsible to say otherwise or give y'all the impression that it's a walk in the park. It forces you to confront a lot of parts of yourself you didn't know were there, especially in the season where everybody was at home all the time. So she even then was alluding to like, which is not, everybody says marriage is hard. You got to work at it every day, but oh, child. On top of that, Papoose and Remy Ma out there
Oh my God.
boxing in these online streets.
It's a couple of the culture's heavyweight relationships, man. It really is. Go ahead, Arlie.
Yes, so they just out there. And y'all, when you think about he talking about she out there, she cheated first. She got 2 boyfriends. And then she said, he messing around with this boxer who I had to go look her up. Her name is Clarissa Shields.
Yeah. He's
supposed to be dating boxer. That he dating a boxer. How about that baby is just the same age as his oldest daughter? Papoose has four daughters. He must have done something horrible in the past life. Doug, I don't know what you did. You got 3. So
you got 3. Right.
The Lord is. They say when you have sons, you just have to worry about one body part. You got daughters, you got to worry about all of them. Oh my God. So something happened. Fans are up in arms. Then we have, celebrities, because apparently Fat Joe is the godfather of their child. And he has chimed in like, I'm not getting in the middle of no relationships. I just want to make sure their daughter is straight. That's my goddaughter. And, everybody's like, that's right. Stay out of, but they are boxing it out. Add to that, Cardi B and Offset, 1 minute they good, and the next minute he won't sign divorce papers because he said she won't give him joint custody and he want to see his kids. Meanwhile, he's sneaking little text messages up like, I missed that nutsie, and we go. So relationships at the end of the year are a hot mess. Yes. How y'all think about playing out your whole life, good, the bad, and the ugly in the news?
That's crazy.
Outstanding job, Arlie. That was outstanding.
When you're a public figure, and this is part of the conversation about Travis Hunter's girlfriend, you're part of the public.
Your life, my entertainment.
Yeah,
and it's terrible.
Your life, my entertainment.
You're in the view of the public, so it happens.
Ollie, I'm thinking about doing a live at 5 this Friday, so some of these topics may be able to be discussed when we do that.
I'll be ready.
Hey, so we got Arlie. Thank you so much.
Everybody have a happy Merry Christmas from Arleywood.
We might have you back on later to discuss something.
Absolutely.
So we still got the Funky 4 by Naughty. We got Last 48, where we look at the biggest memes in the 2 Hours News Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours.
Right.
And guess what we got still too?
It looks like we don't have a lot of time. We got to re-chat. It looks like we don't have a lot of time because we got to re-chat too.
We got the top 5 where we review the results from the top 5 Christmas movies of all times.
If we don't get to the top 5, it won't be a big deal though.
We got the results coming up. Don't go away. 2 Live Studios.
It's not a big. We don't have to do the top.
It is a big deal. We got to do it.
We got a lot of stuff to do, Doug. Grow up.
We have to do the top 5.
Whatever.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
I did not know that if you are not using it, something happens to it. So when you start to see a decrease in the estrogen amounts that's coming from your ovaries, the cells of the vagina tend to shrink. The elasticity of the vagina tends to change. So I have a lot of patients that complain of it not only being dry, but it feels like it's like just literally like shriveling, like it's thinning. The walls of the vagina thin. So, intercourse is a way, of course, to keep that elasticity, and things will just kind of atrophy or it'll shrink if you're not active. The vaginal estrogen is a great way because sometimes by the time patients get to me, it's like, I haven't been dating for years. I've met someone, we're trying and it's so painful. So that's when I will put them on vaginal estrogen cream. And I love pelvic floor physical therapy. So if I get a patient and they're to that where it's painful, they've not had intercourse in years, now we're trying to get back out there, we're going to do some pelvic floor physical therapy. So we work as a team. I deal with the estrogen component. I send them to pelvic floor physical therapy. They help them to learn how to relax those pelvic floor muscles again and how to get things back together. Pelvic floor physical therapy. And if your gynecologist isn't talking about pelvic floor physical therapy, I don't know what's going on.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Store and Ryan Store, the makeup of those stews. And this is the Two Live Stews experience. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Welcome into the Doghouse Naughty Dread. What's up, King?
What's happening, man? You already know it's same soup, just reheated.
Dread, what's up, baby?
It's just
What's
reheated,
happening, man?
It's just reheated. Appreciate your assistance last night with the Joe Show, man. Having a lot of fun, having so much fun. It's hard to stay stick to the script, but really enjoying it, man. Appreciate your assistance, bro.
So do we got the Joe Show? And what we're talking about is Joe Hamilton, second runner-up in the Heisman Trophy when he came out, or his last year at Georgia Tech.
1999.
He does a show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Do we have a set schedule when we're going to try to do the Joe Show?
Wednesdays at 9.
Wednesdays at 9 p.m.
As well as him being an analyst, Wednesdays at 9 p.m.
Okay.
After the No Show, which is Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
So you should subscribe. You should follow the Two Live Stews, whether it's on Two Live Stews, YouTube.com or Two Live Stews, Facebook.com. All right. Two Live Stews, the number 2, Live Stews, YouTube.com or Two Live Stews, Facebook.com.
What's up with that Funky 4, Dread?
Man, let's get on right into it, man. Congratulations to Teddy Bridgewater winning the state championship down in Florida. 1 year. Now this is a man who has some coaching experience that would be a good hire for any college, especially at HBCU. But Teddy Bridgewater has announced that he's unretiring now that he's won that championship. He's coming back to the NFL. So maybe he'll be a viable backup or maybe even a starter for some team.
Hold on, stop. Hold on.
I saw that. I thought that was like
I thought that was AI. I thought that was AI. I thought
that was really coming back to the league.
I've seen multiple reports saying that Teddy Bridgewater wants to return back to the NFL now that he's won this high school.
That hurts my freaking heart.
Why does it hurt your heart?
That hurts my freaking heart.
Why does it hurt your heart?
Was it you I was talking to about how I see him being a lifer at the high school level, coaching at his high school for 40 years and winning multiple titles? Was that you I was talking to?
Yeah, but
I believe so.
What's he making at the high school? $100,000?
But he probably done made
probably
about
not even making
60 million,
$100,000 in
Doug.
high school football.
He probably not making 100.
Yeah, but money is money, man. Yeah. This is a long time thing between me and you. You think about all of these beautiful stories, and I'm like, at the end of the day, somebody probably want to pay him $10 million. You can't be mad at him for taking $10 million, right?
There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks.
Teddy Bridgewater career earnings allegedly is right at $65 million, man. I'm not in his pockets.
If you're looking
I'm not in his pockets. I'm not in his pockets, man. But I'm just saying, John McKissick, Gerald Moody, Tom Osborne, Joe Paterno, that matters, man, especially if you can do it at your high school. He could do exactly what Dion, exactly what Mike is about to do. He can do exactly what they're doing at that level. Man, you wouldn't want to go back to if you had $50 million in your pocket. What would you charge Berkeley High School to make you the head coach? Would you even would you take money?
Okay, how much would they pay me a year?
They're probably paying 75, 80 grand down at our school.
And how much does said NFL team that comes into play want to pay me?
I'm sorry.
I'm saying he can always go back to coaching if he wants to go back to coaching after he does another year or two in the NFL.
That's true.
I mean, he can do that.
And the fact that he went to that high school, Miami Northwestern, they're probably going to appoint one of his assistants as the head coach just in the waiting till he's ready to come back. Like, that's probably his job for the rest of his life if he wants.
This is crying Ryan. I'm in my feelings with this. I mentor young black men. That's what I do. I'm in my feelings about this. That's all.
He gave him the blueprint. So, it'll be all right. Also, you got quarterback Diego Pavia. He defeats the NCAA in the court case that will allow him to have another year at Vanderbilt. So,
how many years has he been at Vanderbilt?
He's been Vanderbilt about 4 or 5 years, man. He gonna have another year because he actually sued the NCAA in November, claiming the organization's rule that counts a player time in junior college toward his overall years in the NCAA. It violates his antitrust laws and his ability to get NIL money. So with this ruling coming down, now the president is, if you can play 2 years at JUCO and it won't cost you in your college career. You can play 4 years in college.
You can still get 4.
That's huge.
Awesome.
That's
huge.
Awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Famous JUCO players: Cam Newton, Ocho Cinco. There's a lot of great players played a couple years at JUCO, but they can only play 2 years at the DW Division I level. Yeah,
right.
That's big.
That's huge.
Big. Hey man, everything been falling in favor of the college players over the last 5 years, man.
I agree,
the portal, NIL, now this.
Yep, right. That's huge, man.
Oh man, that's
huge.
You
got some players playing 8 years in college, man. it's almost ridiculous. But hey,
and again,
do it.
That's why the rookie quarterbacks are so good, because they've literally got 50 games under their belt.
That's a good point.
They got 50 games under their belt. It's not typically, some guys that are mega stars played 4 years, but typically quarterbacks start 2, maybe 3 years tops. But these cats getting 4 and 5 years, man. Bo Nix has played 60 games in college.
Yeah, Bo Nix ain't that good. The defense is really good. The team is playing well as a team. Right. He's not lining it up. I mean, there's not really that many good rookie quarterbacks out the bottom. I mean, you look at Caleb Williams. He's awful.
Man,
he's number 1 pick in the draft.
He hadn't thrown a pick in the last 2 months, and Bo Nix has got his team in the playoffs.
60 times.
But is that his fault?
Metric.
He holds the ball too long.
Hold on, Ryan, hold on a second. Nadi, tell me how it's Caleb Williams' fault that he got sacked 60 times.
Do you watch Chicago Bears play?
Hold on, answer the question.
I'm asking, do you watch the Chicago Bears play?
Just as much as you.
I don't watch all their games.
So what do you say?
Every Chicago Bear game.
So you're saying him getting sacked 60 times has nothing to do with his offensive line?
Most of that is his fault. Yes, he holds the ball too long.
Say that.
That's
Don't
what
say
I
that.
Said. You asked me.
But you're making it sound like it's 100% his fault.
It is his fault. That's what I said.
It is not.
Most of them is not. Okay, y'all ain't watching Chicago like I watch Chicago. Clearly.
I am.
And it's okay that y'all don't watch football like I do. It's okay.
I handicap these games. I handicap these games and I watch these games, and you couldn't be more wrong, man.
If you watch Chicago play, you see Caleb Williams is awful.
Right.
But
in your opinion,
that's not here nor there.
Yeah, your player. In your opinion, player. Let's go.
Oh, the next story. Ivy League is going to jump to the FCS next year. Starting in 2025, the Ivy League teams will be able to play in the FCS postseason, and the winner of that conference will get an automatic bid to the playoffs. So,
what?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Repeat that one more time, Nadi. I'm sorry.
Starting in 2025, the Ivy League teams will be able to play in the FCS postseason. Whoever wins their conference will get an automatic berth. Yes.
FCS. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm glad I had you read that again because I was thinking in my mind, I automatically shifted to they're going to get a spot in the playoffs. Playoffs that start tomorrow night. Okay. No. Okay.
Right. So, but that's big for the Ivy League schools because previously before their season would end, like their season is over right now.
It's a done deal.
They're going to get extra football for the Ivy League schools. So
that's good for them.
That's a huge topic. And speaking of that, the player for the year for the WNBA voted by Sports Illustrated is Asia Wilson.
Ooh, I'm shocked. Asia. I'm glad.
Right.
I'm shocked and I'm glad.
Good job. Congratulations, Asia. That's awesome.
Right. She also got a 6-year Nike extension, contract with Nike, 6 years. Right. And her new shoes coming out is called the A1. So, I mean, she's won the gold this year. She set the all-time scoring record in the season for the WNBA. She's won her 3rd MVP. She's got a new extension on her contract. And she's the Sports Illustrated WNBA Player of the Year. So this is a big year for Asia Wilson. She's getting her due.
Any idea of the numbers on the shoe deal? I bet it's a big number too.
They saying it's in the same range as what Caitlin Clark and others again. So it's probably around $20 million.
Wow, praise
or some of that nature. Right,
I love it, man.
Right now, you got a lot of controversy because you remember Caitlin Clark had won an award the previous week, and there was a lot of controversy around her winning that award. So now that Asia Wilson has won this award, you have a lot of people coming out saying, why didn't they just give all the WNBA players the Player of the Year award? I mean, it's ridiculous. Asia, the resume filled off for her alone this year, she could have been up for the Athlete of the Year for Sports Illustrated, not just the WNBA Player of the Year.
She was far and away the best player in the game. Like,
no question.
I mean, a lot of times with the MVP award, it's close between a couple people. You can see a couple people win it. Like, she's clearly the best player in the WNBA. It's not even close.
That's dope.
Right.
That's real dope.
Is that it?
Outstanding job, Dre. We appreciate you, player.
For you, man.
Appreciate it, Nadi.
Tell them about the no-show, Dre. Bring it back. Tell them about the no-show real quick, Dre.
Oh, yeah. If y'all didn't see the no-show yesterday, make sure y'all check it out. It's the last episode of this season. We're coming back in January 8th with the new season. A lot of new stuff. So, hey, man, if y'all missed it, go back and check it out. And we appreciate y'all's support and love that y'all showed me and Arlie this first season.
Real quick, Nadi. Every time Arlie mentions BMF, I get chills across my body. It drives me crazy.
Hey, man, Arlie been in the trenches, man.
Wait a minute. Wait, we need backstory on this. Kind of like a little preview of what y'all talking about on this show. They can go back and watch.
Watch the no-show, man. You can see it all. Watch the no-show. Wednesdays at 7:00, Stewart Media Entertainment. You can go back from episode 1 and watch them all, not just yesterday's, but they were telling stories and talking about stuff on the no-show, and Arlie mentions BMF.
My quick little BMF commentary. They terrorized Atlanta for about 5 years, man. them and the Katrina victims that left New Orleans and came to Atlanta. They like reigned terror over the city for several years. Several years. I'd be on the way to going to some spot, and then somebody called me. Guess who over here? Big Meech and his crew. The BMF boys in here.
The white tees. The white tees.
Yeah. Yep.
Check, please. Meech and them white tees. Check, please. Okay. But that's the no-show, man. Up next in the doghouse.
No, last 48. We got to do the last 48.
We're doing it now? No break? We're doing it now? Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. Last 48. The biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. Tree, roll them out. We got to get to the top 5. Let's hurry up and get through this. Thank you, Tree. Hey, your boy, Bronny, went for 30.
Yeah.
Now, this happened probably like there it goes right there. It happened 4 days ago. But Bronny went for 30. In a G League game, man. What are your thoughts?
Bronny can play, man. I've always said Bronny can play. He just can't play against these guys. He's going to have nights where he can get 20 points, man. Get 30 points. That's going to happen. He's a good basketball player, man.
So real quick commentary on this. So if he can score 30, and he's only done this, as far as I know, one time.
Right.
He's gone off.
Right.
Do you think that says that he can play at the next level at some point?
No.
Maybe not this year or next year. Maybe in 3 years from now.
I've watched 4 games in its entirety with LeBron James' son, and he can't play at this level. Not with these guys. He just can't.
You say these guys, you talk about NBA players.
And Edwards, Dame Dash. He can't play with these guys.
Yeah.
He can't play with these guys.
Not Dame Dash, Dame Lillard. That'd be great if Dame Dash played in the league.
My bad. Dame Lillard. He can't play with these guys. Man. Kyrie Irving, he can't play with these guys, man.
Next one, Tree, and you're watching 2 Live Stews experience. This MVP thing between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, man. The media's already steering the commentary and the opinions of the public to Josh Allen. But look at the quote-unquote numbers.
I agree.
The man's got like 34. There it goes. 34 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions.
I do want to say this.
And he's the biggest threat to run the ball probably in the league.
Who's the biggest Josh Allen hater you know, man?
Uncle Donnie.
Okay. Who's right behind Uncle Donnie, man?
You.
Josh Allen's having an incredible year.
He's balling. He is balling.
Okay, but that does not take any light off of what Lamar Jackson is doing what Lamar Jackson has done. Lamar Jackson plays like this for the most part every year.
Think about it like this: he's playing better this year than he has in the 2 MVP seasons. It's almost like you get the same thing when they gave it to Barkley one year. Right. They gave it to Karl Malone one year. You're getting Michael Jordan. What do they call it? Michael Jordan
Lifetime Award?
No, it's when you're tired of seeing one guy win it over and over again.
Okay.
And somebody will post the term in the chat group. It's almost like they're going to give it to somebody else because it just don't seem feasible to give it to one guy 3 years in the last 5.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Like Steve Nash got it 3 times.
Steve Nash, I don't think he got it 3, but
twice. But it didn't make sense for him to be a 2-time MVP.
It absolutely did not.
Right. Just give it to Shaq. But Shaq had won it so many times. Right.
Mr. International, thank you for the donation. Thank you. We appreciate it. All right, we got a couple more memes, and then we got to do the top 5.
I think we're going to pay bills, man. Here's a perfect opportunity for us to talk about your company, your landscaping company, your car washing company, your investment firm, your hedge fund company, your mentorship group. Here's a perfect opportunity for y'all to get blasted right now. Websites, things you do, your what, when, where, whys. It's a perfect opportunity. Up next in the darkness with your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. We'll finish this last 48 and do this top 5.
Right.
Yeah, we'll get to this top 5, man.
Man, you acknowledge the top 5. That's big of you, man.
Of course, man. Of course, man. Yeah. I think it's going to get tossed out, but when you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent, Lavrell Hawkins, has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews Experience. Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Good morning. Good morning.
All right.
Hope you're having a great day. Good morning.
So let's quickly finish the memes, the big memes from the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. Tree roll the next one out, and then we're going to get to the top 5. No debate. I think we can all agree these are the big 4 in the NFL. Do you agree these are the big 4 quarterbacks in the NFL?
No question, man.
You do.
And Joe Burrow he's having an outstanding year, but his team stinks. So some people will question if Joe Burrow should be on there because he's throwing a few interceptions.
I'm raising my hand.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you are.
Hold on. Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts?
Definitely Joe Burrow.
What?
Yeah. Man, Jalen don't be throwing for 300 yards a game. He did last week.
Yeah, but he'll throw for 200 and run for 75.
Yeah. Well, I love Jalen Hurts.
And he'll get 2 touchdowns by the tush push.
With the tush push. I'm not knocking Hurts, but if I'm choosing between the two, I want Burrow, and it's not even close. But I love Hurts and what he's doing.
Yeah, man, you're supposed to play along with me on that, man. I mean, we trying to promote the people, man.
Yeah, it's power to the people, man.
You don't even hold your fist right. That's not sincere. Your fist is not sincere.
Power to the people.
Your black fist is not sincere. Next one, Tree. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. There we go. Look at this man's year.
Incredible.
First team All-American defense. CFB 25 cover, academic All-Man. Oh, yeah, and that's something we probably should talk about more. Allegedly, this dude's got a 4.0, man.
A 4.0 in college,
do you believe
man.
that? Do you think that's...
I do. It's too easy. You can find that out too easily. We can get online and find that out.
Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, AP National Player of the Year, Lot Impact Trophy, Paul Horning Award, Bednarik Award, Bednarik Offensive Award, Walter Camp Award, and Heisman Trophy. This man has had the greatest year maybe a college football player has ever had, and people was arguing to give it to Genty.
They say he don't drink, don't smoke, and all he does is go home, study, and play video games.
And dance. You ever seen a little video he's doing in the damn pajamas?
Man, there's 50,000 TikToks of him and his old lady in pajamas and jammies of animals doing dances, man. I love this kid, man. I love this kid, man.
I mean, they was trying to figure out a way to take this Heisman from this guy, man.
Oh, they tried, and they
almost did. Just to put Deion back in his place.
It was close. They almost did.
It was too damn close.
That would have been shameful, man. That would have been shameful. Look at what that boy did this past year. And man, and I said this on the Joe Show last night. The fact that he started at an HBCU for 2 years is huge for Black college sports, sir. It's huge. It is. I don't think that's being talked about to the extent that it should be talked about.
You're right. And here's the thing. He was a freshman and a sophomore. I think he played 2 years at Jackson or only one.
I know
Shador played 2, and Nadi can give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down on did he play 2 or not.
Don't overlook me because I'm in the MEAC. Don't do that.
Right.
Talent is everywhere. Don't overlook me because I'm in the SWAC. Don't do that.
Now,
talent is everywhere.
Now he I guess people would say he matured after 2 years, and he became a better player because he had experience. But he did better in D1 in a Power 5 school than he did at Jackson State.
He got better yearly.
Yeah,
but you're supposed to evolve as a player. He got better yearly, but you saw it from year 1 at Jackson State that he could play. Don't overlook me when it comes to all those awards that he has received.
And man,
don't overlook these players in HBCU sports.
It's definitely collusion going on with that. That's another whole story. Go ahead. Next one, Nadi, in your Tree, and you're watching the Two Lost Students Experience.
I never really got into this one, man.
What?
I never really got into this one. I never really got into this one.
You never really got into Johnny Quest? That might be before your time. Now that I'm thinking about it. Shouts out to Bryant Guerrera. It's the great Johnny Quest, man. Johnny Quest and Haji, the little Indian dude, the little dude with the little Outcast, Andre 3000 turbo. What do they call that thing? A turban?
Turban.
That's Haji. I can't remember what the dude with the red hair named, but this was a great cartoon back in 1975, sir. A great cartoon. Yeah. Just shouts out to Johnny Quest.
I watched all the great ones, man. It wasn't too great if I didn't watch it.
So in 75, you were 2 years old. I
was
didn't
2.
think about that.
I
didn't think about that. In 75, I was 6, so I could get up on the Johnny Quest back in 75. Right. All right, the top 5 results. This is what everybody's been waiting for. This is what they've been waiting for. So we did the top.
Before we do the top 5, just real quick. Just about the HBCU thing, man, real quick. About the HBCU thing. 20 plus years ago, man, when you were talking about going to an HBCU, my thing was I'm going to be able to facilities should matter. The weight room should matter. The training room should matter.
Which is true.
The access to food should matter. The athletic association, the study halls, the study rooms, that stuff should matter. But now I'm just reading that Norfolk State's got like $50 million to do these things for these kids. So they don't have to look at it like they're not getting the best if they don't go to a D1. If Grambling and Howard and Hampton and South Carolina State and A&T, if they upgrade if they compete better, give them something better to come to, and now they can get paid, it makes total sense for the top athletes to go to these schools.
Well, let me say this. Facility-wise, we're never going to catch up to like a Georgia Tech or Clemson. Never.
It could be much better, though.
And it's a bigger story than that because the government owes and has stolen over 12 big. I'll post the story again in the chat room. The government has documented stole like owes HBCUs over $12 billion. We're not going to even get into that. What you should have considered, and what you should have understand is if you can play, and I've always said this, if you can play, they're going to find you.
I agree, but
and the biggest example.
But
go ahead.
What you gonna say? They're going to find you, but your entry point into that league will be significantly lower, more than likely. Yes, it worked out for Robert Porsche, but if Robert Porsche would have gone to Tennessee and done what he did at Tennessee, done what he did at South Carolina State and Tennessee State, at the University of Tennessee, he would have been a top 5 draft pick. And that's the difference.
You really believe that? So backstory. Robert Porsche, our homeboy, went to school with me at South Carolina State. He got drafted like the 30th pick in the first round back in 1992.
Right.
Okay. And I've always said it don't matter where you play. At the end of the day, they will find you. Steve McNair, top 5 pick at Alcorn State. If you can play, they will find you. If you can play at that level, they will find you.
Well, now that this NIL thing is a part of it, man, I would love for our black athletes to think black when it comes to their decision. This Trump thing, and this thing that's going on in our country, and how our voices don't get heard, and how there's a lack of equality. There's several reasons why we need to band together like a lot of other cultures do. Several reasons why, man.
It's too much for us to get into, but I wrote this long story and when Deion got hired at Jackson State on how Deion, if he could recruit 4- and 5-star players, they ultimately at some point could dominate so much to the point where they would be considered to be put into a Power 5 conference, and an HBCU ultimately, theoretically could win the national championship. If he would have stayed there and continued to build the program over time, that would have happened.
Real quick,
they would have got TV deals. They would have got a lot of eyes on them. They would have got a lot of marketing dollars, and it all would have been a snowball effect if he would have stayed and built that program.
Please understand that we've only seen Deion coach 4 years in college football. Okay, if he would have stayed at Jackson State for these entire 4 years, I think the program he's got in Colorado right now would be the same players and people he would have at Jackson State.
Absolutely.
So I do think the cameras and the notoriety and the publicity that comes with those players going to his school is what propels you to get an invite to FBS football or Division I football or Division I games. I 100% agree. Had Deion stayed at Jackson State, what he's doing in Colorado, he could have done there, no question.
Uncle Mike played football at Prairie View back in the day. He says that I read 2 of his comments. One about how bad the facilities were back in the day.
Yep.
Kara, my baby girl, went to Prairie View for 2 years. Yep. They have some of the best facilities I've ever seen in my life for an FCS smaller Division I school or smaller. Right.
Theirs have been updated. And when I went with you one time to drop her off, the look on my face when we got on the campus was like, man, what is going on here? I didn't know it was like this.
Look up Prairie View A&M's weight room or facilities, athletic facilities.
The training facilities, correct.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
it was different then. When I came out 30 years ago, it was different, sir. Had this situation where we are now in college sports, had it been like this, it would have made sense for me to consider South Carolina State. It would have made sense. It didn't back then.
People discovered the donation button somehow. Shouts out to Arlie. She works on the show, and she donated $10.
Oh, bless her.
Bless her heart.
Bless your heart, Arlie.
We got a big heart. Famous actresses.
She got a big heart.
Lesbians donating $10. That's big. Thank you, Arlie.
She got a big old heart.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tree.
Are we going to do the top 5 or not?
Let's do it.
Oh my God, Tree, we may be out of time. We may be out of time.
No, we're not out of time. We're not out of time.
We may be out of, look, man, it's 8:30, man. We hadn't read no chat.
So the top 5 was the top 5 Christmas movies of all times. Show the results, Tree. There's my top 5.
Can't no foreplay at all. Show the results. Let me stick this in.
Number 5, The Best Man Holiday. Number 4, Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie.
I said
Number 3, Trading Places.
I said just the tip.
It is a Christmas movie as well. Number 2, A Christmas Story. And number 1, Friday After Next. Merry Christmas, Nooka. Merry Christmas, Nooka. And this is Ryan's list. Charlie Brown. It's not even a movie. It was a TV special. Number 4, Home Alone 90. National Lampoon's Christmas. Number 2, Elf. And number 1, A Christmas Story. Show the results, Tree. Show the results.
It was a movie. It was a TV special.
It was. It was a TV special. That's where you lost at. Show the results, Tree. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was narrow. It was from the narrowest of margins. But I pulled it out.
Oh,
I pulled it out. Look at my LB right there, Dwayne Mincy. Thank you, Mincy.
Gosh.
Thank you, Mincy.
Oh, gosh, it hurts my heart. Oh, God, it's so close. Oh, gosh.
Merry Christmas, Nooka. Merry Christmas, Nooka.
Oh,
come on,
gosh.
sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Friday After Next is the greatest Christmas movie in the history of Christmas movies.
Congratulations, sir. That's a good win. That's a really good win.
You remember when remember Ricky Smiley was in the Santa Claus get up running all over town?
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a good
so
win.
Right
That's
now, and they're keeping very good track of it. I am up 5 wins to 3.
Damn.
Starting to get away from you again. Starting to
Tree
get away
and Ollie,
from you again.
Tree and Ollie, can y'all come in real quick? Tree and Ollie, can both of y'all come in, Tree, please? Oh gosh.
Thank you. Thank you for finally doing the top 5.
I got one question for both of you. And stop fussing, Tree. Just hush. Just hush. But damn.
Remember, it's a joyous season, Ryan. The season of joy.
All right.
Right.
Did you guys vote? And I want to know who you voted for if you did vote.
They can find out.
I need to know.
Early
I
if
need
we
to know.
did, just so
I
you
need to
know.
know.
I did not. I put in the chat.
You didn't take the time to vote? You didn't take the time to vote, Ollie? Sorry. Go ahead, Tree. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tree.
What, she was supposed to vote for you? Is that what you're saying?
Who do you think I voted for?
Who'd you vote for, Tree?
You know what it is.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tree. Tree, all right. So, wow. Wait.
Hey, you remember
Dredd, real quick, Dredd. Hey, Dredd, real quick. Come out of that cave real quick, man. Did you vote, Dredd? Did you vote?
No, I didn't vote. No, I didn't vote. I would have voted for you, though.
Damn it, Dredd.
No matter.
Then that's my win right there. That's my win,
you
Dredd.
would have lost by 1 vote.
Well, no, I'm counting. I'm disappointed in Ollie.
But did Arlie say she would have voted for you, though?
No, Arlie would have voted for me. We all know that.
Thank you, Dredd.
Right. Thank you, Dredd.
Thank you, Dredd. I need your vote, though, Dredd. What is it with some of these ninjas and not voting?
Hey, you remember the scene in Charlie Brown Christmas when they was dancing and Linus was doing like this?
That's my win right there, though.
Hey, and one of the kids dancing was like this.
If he votes, and if Ollie votes, I win. That's crazy how okay, I don't Ollie, don't talk to me for the next 2 minutes. Don't even think about communicating with me for the next 3 minutes.
This nigga voted for a Christmas special for his top 5 movies. I knew I had you then. And I am shocked the fact that this is so close.
You had me.
This was too close.
You didn't know you had me.
This was
all. Chat, man. What else we got to do? What else we got a couple before we read?
We can read chat. We're going to a break right now, a quick little break, and then we come back. We gonna read chat.
Who's gonna read chat? Not you, right?
Tree's gonna read it.
And they talk about me. Yeah, for real. I've missed a word here or there from time to time, and sometimes there's these awkward pauses, you know. But whoa.
Oh, I mean,
South Carolina State probably going to add money to the pot so I can do the mission.
If you think you can read better than me, sir, you got another thing coming. Let's go to break. There you go, right there. SCSU Atlanta Alumni Chapter presents the HBCU Unity, a Winterfest Gala. Saturday, January 11th, 2025, 7:30 p.m. Go to SCSUATL Bulldogs.com. Let's go to break.
Time, man.
Oh, I love that track.
Whoa, that trespass. I'll be over here feeling it during that trespass.
I love that track.
Trespass is fire.
All right.
House 79 said, House 79 said, that song was riding. Everybody mad.
I love that track.
That was a good one right there.
I love that track. Tree, let's jump into it. Let's get we're going to go through 35 posts in the Two Live Shoes Facebook chat group.
Don't be teasing people, man. Don't be teasing people.
Well, that's what we're going to shoot for. Just keep your commentary to a minimum. And let's get through them. Let's run.
All right, let's go. From Rel Scott, Arthur Blank panicked and overpaid for Cousins because of the past 2 years with Mariota and Ryder.
Probably.
I get it.
Probably.
I get it.
He did panic. You can't panic and be good though, I guess. That's part of being good is not panicking.
Now if Penix does what he should do, Fontenot and Raheem Morris are good. But Blank will act like nothing's ever happened. I guarantee it, which is why they're doing what they're doing.
Basically, Penix is here to save jobs. You think
right.
You think it's that deep? You think Morris
GM, for the GM? Yes, no question. The head coach may be able to surpass this. The GM, oh no.
I'm rooting for the brothers, man, but it's not a good look. Go ahead, Tree.
The Naughty Dread said, if Flacco is still playing, Kirk will have other opportunities. Quarterbacks in the NFL are pretty awful.
We talked about this earlier. You think he's going to get another job at the Falcons? Let him go? You don't think so. You said it earlier. You don't think so. Naughty thinks that he will.
He's done.
I don't see. You know what? I can see them. I can see him in his camp. His agents arguing that he wasn't healthy, and next year he'll be healthy. That's what they're gonna say.
The only way he gets the job is if there's a team that wants him to come and coach. That's it. That's it.
Right. Okay.
He's done nothing to show being worthy of another opportunity to throw somebody's football.
Okay.
From BRD Man 22, Kirk Cousins is the personification of white privilege, and you cannot argue that.
Absolutely.
Well, I got numbers that can argue that. I won't today. I got numbers that can argue that, and I won't today. He didn't make almost $300 million because he's a bad quarterback. That's not why.
You're going to die on that hill, huh? The Kirk Cousins hill.
He didn't make almost $300
million
because he's a bad quarterback.
Right.
Not because he was bad. Nope.
Go ahead,
But
Tree.
this year here, he sucks. He's a gimp.
Big Kev 303 did the Falcons get catfished by Cousins, aka Matt Ryan 2.0, aka
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we knew this based on his past.
I don't like Matt Ryan, but y'all know he wasn't a bad quarterback.
No, Matt Ryan, what I'll say about Matt Ryan, I've always said this, Matt Ryan wasn't as good as everybody that wanted him to be good tried to make him out to be.
100% agree.
That's the way I'd phrase Matt Ryan.
100% agree.
Definitely a good quarterback.
100% agree.
Julius 35C, the Falcons have already paid Kirk $62 million this season and will only owe him $27 million next season if they cut him.
Yeah, we talked.
So what's that number? Do that math.
Only.
Do that math. What's that math? Add that up, Tree. What's that?
Add that up.
62 and 27.
62 9 89 mil. No, yeah, 89 million.
Okay. I've been saying 90 all day, so it's 89. Damn.
You're so smart, Ryan, and you are the GOAT of live reads.
It's 80. This cat is going to make $89 million for 14 games and one training camp.
Lord have mercy.
Blessed and highly favored.
Oh my gosh.
He's definitely blessed and highly favored.
Something. Naughty again. Which signing was worse? The Falcons signing Kirk or Dallas making Dak the highest paid player in NFL history?
Kirk.
Definitely
Dallas
Kurt.
still gonna get some value out of Dak.
And Dak has played great for
great.
many years. He's definitely been a top 5 quarterback the last 3 years.
I don't like for the record, I don't like Dak being the highest paid player in the league, but it is what it is. It worked out for him.
I'm happy.
Timing is everything, and the numbers just met with this particular situation like this. It is what it is.
I'm happy for Dak Prescott because he still technically is a brother.
Doug, do you have big hands like your brother?
No.
Okay.
Is that big?
No, your hands are just large, Ryan.
Put yours up, Doug. Put yours up again.
Just do what he just did.
All right. Here's mine.
From KK Ash, the Dirty Birds can thank the Saints for exposing Cousins.
That's true. That's where it all started to go downhill. I was at that sports bar in Marietta. I can't remember the name right now. And the rest is history. Ever since that Saints game, he has looked like doo-doo.
It's been a nosedive. It's been terrible. He's the reason why they almost lost to the Raiders. And that's another thing. We're overlooking that. They beat the Raiders by a touchdown, and he's the reason why they almost lost that game.
Not even a touchdown. It was like 12 to
9. 12 to 9. Yeah, man, he's the reason why it was so close. He's the reason why they had a pass to end the game that could have given them a victory.
Kim Jane Kimbrough, Kirk Cousins and Arthur Blanks are golfing buddies. This deal is Blank's fault.
Blank's
all
right.
fault.
Next one.
It's Blank's money. If that's the case, it's Blank's money, so it's all good.
BRD Man 22. Vick was the Allen Iverson of the NFL.
Hey,
Yes.
let's make sure that we read these people that are donating. Maybe that's what we should do.
But they got a post.
If you donate, you 100% are guaranteed to get your chat message read.
Look at Doug.
Is that not a great idea?
I like it, but they have to post. Like if you're not, I'm not reading. I try to read people that don't come in here all the time. From Cornell, #1 Dolphin fan. Let's hope Vick doesn't sell out like Dion.
Well, I thought you were supposed to. Vick selling out. Dion. Well,
he's talking about him leaving after
I'm not
gonna address it.
No. Tree, so Tree, you don't read the starred messages, Tree?
Okay.
Yeah,
so
she does. She's reading the starred messages.
I make
so that's not what she just said.
You don't. I make a point to read people that we don't often see as to encourage them to keep posting. And nobody that has donated other than an employee of SME has posted anything.
No, look, Mr. International.
But he hasn't.
What I'm saying is Mr. International.
But he hasn't.
Hallelujah.
He should go to the top of the list. I want
Hallelujah, Ty Davidson.
But he hasn't made any other post other than his donation. Are you comprehending that part of what I'm saying?
She's calling you dumb.
Go ahead.
Harry Britton. Key is to relate to the players and have great teachers. He's talking about Vick.
Mike Vick is going to relate to the players just like Deion Sanders relates to the players. There's no question.
Who gonna relate more to these players, these dudes like quarterbacks, especially from the Tidewater, Virginia area than Michael Vick?
Yeah, hire a great coaching staff, and he's going to be able to relate to these players and also help them keep their noses clean.
Hey, man,
help them be better men. It's going to be amazing.
You remember that phrase they used to throw out on the wire? So and so name ring out. Man, Vick name ring out in that area, man.
In them streets.
Stringer bell.
Vick, Allen Iverson, their names ring out in that Tidewater, Virginia area, man. He's gonna be able to definitely build a good team.
Yep.
From Ty Davison, thank you for your $10 donation. Now, Doug, if Ty doesn't post anything else, that's all I can do is read.
No, I understand. But what I'm saying, Mr. International got some comments with his $5.
I got to find some then because I didn't see any. Okay. Oh, there we go. Here goes Mr. International. It's not Kirk Cousins' fault. He gave 15 now. Oh, no, he gave 5. It's not Kirk Cousins' fault that the Falcons overpaid him. Was Kirk supposed to take less money?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
See, ninjas want to get to the top of the list. Somebody else donated $9. Why you donate $9.99? What are you trying to say, bro?
Don't do that. They've already explained that already.
Okay, go ahead.
He explained that from IPP. Oh, from in perpetuity, Psy, $9.99. I mean, he gets
I'll
his
be
name
damned.
back. He gets
I'll
his
be
name
damned.
back.
Hey, if you pay $9.99, you get to choose your nickname, sir.
back.
I'm sorry. Stand down from Loose Neck. That's his name.
Exactly.
Thank you,
now,
Loose Neck.
From Loose Neck Psy, home visits are not needed as much when you have social media. Referring to
Recruiting.
They said Dion, don't do home visits, and I know Belichick won't either. And it's a different day and time. They're not trying to snooze up to these kids anymore and these kids' parents. I'm sure they're talking to parents that's being involved, but these kids are getting paychecks.
At the end of the day, it's all about how much money the kid will get. I
Right.
think at this point.
So money in relationship. If they can afford the best player that they need to tackle, then they're going to have a chance at the best player they need to tackle because it's going to help his next move after college as well. Work with the pros. Work with the pros.
I don't know if y'all saw this. This was kind of rude, and this is from a non-donator.
Oh my gosh.
Naughty.
You know what this
Jen. James Enrique Naughty.
You know what this ninja Naughty is? He's what they call a provocateur.
That's me. That's my name. Not today. It's
No,
Tree
Stewart
of-
Media Entertainment is Naughty.
No.
I'm talking about the one on that's up on the screen right now.
I know you didn't get it, but he is a provocateur. But this was rude.
You know what Naughty is? Naughty's what they call one of them contrarians.
I love the dread, and I love what the dread does and what the dread brings to the platform.
We're just talking about him like he ain't listening. He can hear us.
I can see his ass right
He
now.
can hear us.
And what I admire.
I love him.
You're right, Tree. I'm sorry. You're right.
I love him.
Naughty's a free spirit.
Tree said he can hear us.
You are what?
I'm a truth teller.
Okay. So what I love about most quarterbacks, which is why Romo and Aikman do their job so well, is that they know just about every aspect of the game. And I really think that what some people are overlooking with this Vick thing is that he's one of those guys that knows every aspect of the game. Doug and I used to debate for years how Mike Vick didn't work at being a better quarterback when he was a better quarterback or when he was in Atlanta. He didn't work at it. But he did that in Philly under Andy Reid. He worked a whole lot harder at his craft. And now,
but he didn't do it in Pittsburgh.
All that he's been through, he understands now. He can relay that message and that work ethic that's needed onto the players. And he can give them examples. This few years right here is when I wasn't paying attention, guys, and wasn't working. But look at these years right here when I was. If you put this time in, here's what we can do. It's going to be a relatable story, and he can get to wherever he wants, which is my thing that I'm trying to highlight.
Okay, we do need to move on to some more chat. Go ahead, Naughty. Say what you're going to say.
Yeah, he got to get a chance to rebuttal.
I y'all know I love Mike Vick, and I sincerely wish him the best. But his track record doesn't show that he's a hard worker. His track record doesn't show that he's always prepared. I mean, remember he was in Pittsburgh as a backup quarterback. The starting quarterback goes down. They put Mike Vick in. He stinks up the joint, and then he comes and tells the media, "I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared to play." You always supposed to be prepared. You're professional.
Okay, all right. I hear what you're saying, Naughty. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. Thank you, Naughty. Thank you, Tree.
Yep.
So from KK Ash, my family is 3 generations of HBCU grads. # the standard.
The standard, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shout out to Till Dog, and he brought some paper to the table. Read Till Dog message.
That's what I'm saying. This is a great idea.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and Arlie, somebody keeps sending messages that Ty.
Just that quick, we $100 up in this bitch this morning.
When you donate, please post a message because Ty, I don't see any messages you posted today. So just so we're clear,
maybe these ninjas just in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
If they don't post a message, just post that and mention that they gave some bread and say their name.
Exactly. That's how we gotta roll.
Not the ultimate negative.
Oh, you're reading now.
Not is the ultimate
negative Nancy.
This ninja's a provocateur, contrarian.
I love him.
All right.
Thank you.
True.
Thank you. Who was
Look
that?
at Griff. These people coming through with this money. Merry Christmas, Mickey Vicky. Merry Christmas.
From Courtney Williams. They piss on Arlie. from
And-
Courtney
and
Williams. They piss on Arlie's segment every week.
And I want y'all to know, Doug and I talk
Y'all
about
don't
that
let
too.
her
We don't
get-
mean to.
We often talk about that, and we don't try to do that. But there's some things that just it burns you up to get. Hey, Arlie.
Hey y'all, it doesn't matter.
She can hear us.
Right, I can hear you. I just love being in the room with these great voices and these great men. Now they will piss on my segment,
Look at
but
all
it's
this-
okay.
Look at
They
all
just
this
tell me
money
it's
coming
rain.
in.
They just tell me it's rain, and I just go, "Oh, it's raining." They just be pissing on my head.
Hey, Ollie, blame it on our heads, not our hearts.
Not our hearts. That's right. Not our hearts.
I know, y'all just want to hear what I have to say, and then y'all have lots to say about it. I love
That's
it.
true.
And
I don't want to be by. I am
we
not.
got
an
more.
island.
We got
Okay.
more donations. I gotta
Let's
get
go.
to.
Lord
Talk
have
about
mercy.
that money.
Ryan,
Bye.
can you go 15 more minutes today?
Yes, I can.
Let's do it. We're gonna get through all these chat messages today. That's our promise to you.
Tree done
What happened to
cut
Tree?
herself off. Now let Ollie read the chat while Tree's. Oh, hey.
Y'all would stop. Never mind. I don't know who's pushing buttons.
What me?
I
It's
think-
you,
I-
Tree.
I-
Tree,
I
that's
think-
you.
I think Nadi kicked you out of the room.
From Mr. International, another $10. Come on, Jerry Lewis.
Come on. Look at God. Look at God.
People can change. Oh shit! I done
Merry
spilled
Christmas,
water.
Mickey Vicky.
I spilled water on the hard drive.
Oh,
Thank you. I got the Holy Ghost. From
You
Ty
spilled water on the
Davidson.
hard drive?
It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
I'm moving around. From
at
Ty
Ty.
Davidson. Bye
Ty
with
Davidson.
Ty. I got a meeting with you after the show, sir.
All you got is $2, bro. Everybody in here dropping $10.
Don't you do that. Don't
Right,
do
you're right,
that,
you're right,
Doug.
right.
Don't you
Thank
do
for
that.
the-
I don't
thank-
believe you just did that.
Thank,
Don't
thank
you
you for
do
the
that.
Drop
$2.
the
I'm
water.
sorry. Thank you for the $2.
Uppity Negro, don't you do that.
I just playing. Thank you for the
From
$2.
Uncle
bro.
Craig, no donation. He did. I did 1001 because I wanted to beat Till Dog. Let's make it a telethon. This is good.
But we need this money.
Doug, you did something today.
I'm
think there's
telling
something
you.
there.
I
think
thought about it.
there's
I was
something
like, yeah, we
This
push
is
these ninjas up in the line if they donate some loot.
I done
Mm.
dropped the damn
And-
water
and-
all over.
And we got sponsors that's paying to be sponsors that's giving bigger numbers than people that's getting the messages read.
Oh
do
my
that.
God. Look at my
Yep.
man, LeBron. Hawkins.
Labrell!
Yeah.
Hey, Labrell!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Rude, bro. Rude, dog.
This is
Yeah.
so
For
awesome.
them pearls, I like that. This is
Yeah.
awesome. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mickey Figgy.
Yeah.
Merry
Loose Neck came in for his boo. He said, free Arlie. I love Loose Neck. In perpetuity.
No, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Come on.
You're right.
He
get
bought
that
it
title
back.
today. He get that
He
You're
title
right.
paid
today.
it all like
You're right.
Jesus.
You're right. It's his.
Another-
He paid for it.
Oh, this is the Arlie marathon.
Thank you, Loose
telethon.
Neck. That's my Louisiana
we-
Southern University in the
Oh!
building.
This
Time-
nigga
you
gave
see
him
what-
$100.
Oh! No, they did.
Wow.
Oh my
I'm a
God.
Denmark Technical
Mr.
College
International,
alumni.
just like a player trick. Did you ask for it? Either him or me? Champagne, Hennessy.
This
Mr.
is amazing.
International lover.
Wow.
Yeah,
What is-
that's right.
What is
baby.
what is going on here? Thank you,
Let me
Father.
I'm about
take
to
you
guess.
round the
It's them prayers I do
Look at
every
Doug.
morning.
Look at Doug. Doug is running around the room.
by you.
Woo. Wait, are we staying longer? Did I miss something?
Music. We're staying longer.
Oh, okay.
International lover.
We're not gonna cut our nose off to spite our face. That's not what we're gonna do. That is not what we're gonna do. We're not gonna cut our nose off to spite our.
Hey, man, I think for the next 15 minutes, we said we were gonna stay 15 minutes longer. We're gonna call today's show. Today's episode is the Mr. International show.
I love it.
It's not the Two Live Stew show for the rest of the day.
That's right.
It's the
and
Mr.
every
International
message-
show.
And every message he posts for the rest of the show gets read.
Mr. International, you tell us what to
Yeah.
post.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm-
listen, you pay for the newtie. If you taking her out, you pay for the newtie. You got to pay for everything, man. So if you want these last 15 minutes to be yours, just pay. And he did that.
Right. I told you these ninjas got money. I told you that they got money. They're just sitting on it.
This is
Okay.
inappropriate.
Thank
But we've
you.
been-
For all
we've been
this money, can we get Tree and Arlie? Arlie said, now see, and then she's gonna call me if I put her on screen. Tree, I don't think you should have done that. I wasn't ready. She's in there dancing.
There we go. There we go, Holly.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
call me with no bullshit either. Cause you on now.
Oh,
Righty,
man.
I'ma do my
Oh
own.
wow. Look.
$50.
Melvin,
Yeah, keep shaking it, Holly.
Happy holidays.
$50.
Oh my God.
Happy holidays, Melvin. Happy holidays,
Melvin.
Melvin.
Melvin, thank you.
Another
Happy
sponsor.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Another
Happy
paying sponsor.
holidays.
Now
Happy
listen.
holidays.
Another paying sponsor.
We plan to do a show Monday as well.
It's the last show of the year.
Well,
It's
listen,
the
we
most
can make five.
wonderful
We can make 5
time.
stacks on
Charlie,
Monday alone.
Charlie. Can they hear? What are you saying?
It's the most. Oh, I'm unhooked. Well, y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you. Yes,
Oh,
we can hear you.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Hey man, this is your
Shake
part-
that
your
and
part
let
of
me
time.
see what you got. Shake that.
Wow.
What-
Thanks,
make sure-
everybody.
Make sure we're reading these messages, Tree. Especially
I'm
these
trying.
people that's
She's
paying
singing.
for
Y'all
'em.
talking. Okay.
Right.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Courtney Williams. Christmas bonuses for $2.30. Thank you for your $2.37.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you very much.
From Ty Davison.
Man,
Die
this is
Hard,
stacked.
Merry Christmas. He's implying that it is a Christmas.
It is not a Christmas movie. Ty. Die Hard
Wait
is
a-
not a Christmas movie.
Wait a
Hey,
minute. Wait a minute. I know this. Is this real money? He donated another $100.
Well, read his message, damn it. What does the message say? Okay, there it
Emojis,
is.
emojis,
No, that's
emojis.
the same. That's the same 100.
No,
That's
it's
the same-
not. 9:01.
It's
Look
a
at the
different-
time.
It's a different number. Hey,
Ooh,
he putting smiley faces up, so give him a smile.
This is the big one, Miss. This is a big one, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you, honey.
this is
With
incredible.
$100 donation
Y'all-
from some ninja somewhere in
Y'all,
America.
y'all better not be doing no takebacks either. Don't you give and be doing no takebacks. Don't y'all do that.
Yeah, this is okay.
Hey man, praise God. Thank y'all so much. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Wow.
doing this for a
I don't
whole
know
year.
what
Praise
else
the
to
Lord.
say. And this
Okay.
was all we had to do.
This all we had to do was just ask, and the mechanism to donate. I'm still unclear on how they do it.
Don't. Oh,
Yeah,
'cause
we're
I'm
not gonna do this
wondering
now.
how we.
Shout out to our HBCUs. My
They
brothers
figured
and
it
our
out.
Aggie grads. My twin aunts too. Mom graduated from Bennett. HBCU love. Shouts out to Griff.
And
HBCU
prayers to
love.
Griff. He is in recovery. He had surgery yesterday.
Oh, shout
Griff
out,
is-
Griff.
Griff is going to tell me how to get Miles and Mason and Morgan scholarship opportunities at A&T. Every time I see him, we talk about that.
We
And
really
shouts out to
appreciate
Mr.
y'all.
International. Shouts out to Melvin Echoes.
Oof.
Shouts out to Ty Davidson. Shouts out to Griff once again. $15 donation. Thank you so much, man. We really, really, really appreciate it. All joking
Ty
aside, thank you so
Davidson,
much.
We have a meeting. Don't play with me. Thank you for the donations, but we still meeting after
Merry
the
Christmas,
show.
KK.
Thank
Merry
you
Christmas,
so
KK.
much.
Thank you, KK. Merry Christmas.
KK.
Thank you.
Thank you, KK. Thank you.
Aw.
So it's like
People
a
in the
domino
Christmas
effect,
spirit.
man. It's like a
People in the
domino
Christmas
effect.
spirit. People in the Christmas spirit. Them bonus checks done hit. The bonus checks done hit.
Mr. International said he's a real person at Blind Squirrel Sports. He wants us to know he's the real deal.
Okay.
At Blind Squirrel Sports.
Y'all follow at blindsquirrelsports.com or just follow at Blind
Yeah,
Squirrel
at
Sports.
Blind
He
Squirrel
didn't say
Sports.
.com.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lavrell. I didn't know he was y'all's
bros.
people
Rudolph.
until
Rudolph.
recently.
Appreciate
But
you,
he is
team.
a sponsor. He is also an ongoing sponsor. This is
Absolutely.
the donation is
So
extra.
Is Lavrell A&T, Doug? He Musai?
No, I don't think he's
Can
Musai.
he answer that?
Okay.
Yeah, he
Oh,
can
you
answer
definitely
in the
can
chat.
answer that.
From June,
What
B,
chapter you, Lavrell?
June B7.
work it
77.
out.
Work it out. Thank you. Thank you.
As
June
in
B77.
Jesus can work it out.
Look at God. Look at God.
He sure can.
Shall I start the
Hey,
music now?
hey, if y'all still
no,
no,
don't
we're
start
going
the
to
music yet.
15. We're going to 15. If y'all are watching this right now on replay, you still can do the same thing. Can they still do it on replay? Can they still hit the donate thing or whatever they're doing?
They
The chat right
be
now?
able to.
Oh, you know what? I don't think so because the chat's not live when you're watching the replay.
Wait. From Courtney Williams, these
Oh, that's
chats are reading.
Yeah.
These ninjas are
Yeah,
reading chat
That's it.
on Monday.
It's official. The format of the show has changed. We'll tell you all about it on Monday. Yeah, we're doing something new around here. Yeah, we're doing something new.
Merry Christmas, Mickey Ficky. Merry Christmas.
Yep. Y'all gonna get 5 minutes of hot topics in the first 2 segments, and then everything is straight chat.
Okay.
Pay to say what you once said. Pay to say.
Zeta Alpha 6D.
Oh my God. Can't breathe.
Zeta Alpha,
Rudolph.
Zeta Alpha.
Oh God. Okay. I am now from Till Dog 12. He donated earlier. He says, I'm now a Caitlin Clark fan because she pissed the whole MAGA nation off.
Oh, y'all didn't talk. We hadn't talked about that.
Well, I've gone back to the star chat, but if that money starts coming in again, somebody let me know. Yeah, what are y'all doing?
I was
go ahead.
looking up.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. From
Yes, please
RC,
keep going.
funny how pundits bring up Josh Allen's rushing TDs, but overlook Lamar's, Jalen Hurts, 14 rushing TDs.
Right. Very convenient for people, man, to just ignore certain things to help their argument.
From Ron Lee. Good morning, Ron, with an H.
Good morning, St. Louis.
At Doug, what happened to the numbers lie? Talking about Lamar versus Josh Allen. You can't have it both ways.
No, the reason and he's talking about the meme that showed the numbers with Lamar versus Allen. To show that stat really is just to bolster or a reason to argue for Lamar to people that believe in stats. I don't need to see no stats to know Lamar Jackson's a better player than Josh Allen.
No.
That's just for people that always go on stats.
We've been 10 toes down for Lamar from day one, especially you. So again, I'll say this because y'all brought it back up. He hadn't been Josh Allen like all year this year, and that's unlike him.
Yeah,
he just had
Lamar
has done this for the last 4 or 5 years.
I know Mr. International.
This better not be. We need to go check.
Just read it.
I'm an accredited Veterans Affairs claims agent. I assist veterans in getting VA disability. Once I get my website, I would like to be a sponsor. You're in. You're right. You're in.
This man is given, by my calculations, $300.
But more than that, because he started with like.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Mr. International, thank you so much, brother, man. And really, I mean, no joke, all jokes aside, thank you, man.
Is that gonna cry?
And he'll be able to do some good in the hood.
I ain't gonna cry, but thank you so much.
Veterans Affairs claims agent, about to build a website, helping people with VA disability.
Wow.
Oh, that's a real thing.
See there?
It's a real thing. So,
and look here, look here. Somebody says that they need his service.
Yep.
I'm looking
connect those dots.
Where is it? If you
connect those dots in the chat right now, and once we connect those dots, we'll read it out.
Oh, praise God! $300,
D.
Mr. International. Thank you.
Truck D.
Yep, Truck D and Mr.
Truck
International.
D, you gotta
we'll connect those dots.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, we'll connect those dots.
And we family in here, so he's gonna look out for Mr. International's gonna look out for Truck D when they talk to each other.
At 9:06 a.m., Ty Davidson gave some more money.
Some more to be.
Who's this? Who's this $50? Oh, that's Melvin Eccles. Okay.
You got to go down, Doug, not up.
Oh, Samo to be. Yeah.
Samo to be.
To the east, my brothers to the east.
Samo to be.
Lord have mercy. Oh, this is great.
You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm ecstatic. See, now I'm really in the Christmas spirit now.
Very good. We'll talk after the show. From Courtney Williams, he says that's why we need Patreon, and we're trying to do that, but they want the Stews need to have full ownership, so what happened before can never happen again.
It's a lot going on behind the scenes. We're trying to work things out. Don't worry, it's coming.
Romero Head, good show. Super chat time.
Praise
Lord.
Doug.
I love it when you're like this.
Praise God. I mean,
shout out to you, Romero.
If people knew how hard we put into and worked on this show, they would understand why I'm so elated right now, man. That's a great word, sir. Lord have mercy. Thank you.
Talk about it.
And people got money. I know y'all ninjas had some money. I know y'all had it. We just need to figure out a way to get it out of y'all. Thank y'all.
Hey, man. And not to go back to sports, man, with all this jubilation going on. Why not HBCUs, man? Why not, man?
Right.
If there's money that if they can even pay, even if they can't pay the number that some of these, all you need is one or two superstars that's getting that big money.
So what I'm gonna
and that can transform a team, man.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. I think I can find it easily with a hashtag I put on it. I probably put Deion hashtag. I'm gonna find the post that I wrote out. It was a long post. I went through each part of what it would take for Jackson State to play for a national championship. And I'm going to repost it. This was before Deion got to Jackson State. I'm going to repost it and pin it at the top of the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. And you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Like, it could happen.
No, I was saying Truck. I was reading Truck D's message while you were talking. I'm sorry. God is good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Doug.
Theoretically, it could happen.
It's the portal and the NIL is a game changer, man. It's truly free agency. You have the ability to really build something. You know, get you 2-3 players, one at this level, one at that level, get a good quarterback, and your team can win games. Look at Indiana. They're playing Notre Dame this weekend, man. I mean, yeah, we got to keep talking about that.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, Tree.
My LB and my back, Penn Troy says, I saw Spring Nanny. I give my Christmas gift $100. Where's it at, bro?
What? Stop.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I can't believe. Let me read the chat, please. From Rel Scott. From Rel Scott. Great. Thank you, Rel. T-shirt Rel. Insulting Rel.
You know Rel tight on this money. Thank you, Rel.
He be bearing gifts, though.
Thank you, Rel.
Rel always takes care of me when he comes to town. He's not tight.
Thank you, Rel.
Prime ties.
And he just Doug, is this
Prime
so? If they
to
want
go.
us to shout out their brand,
business or their brand,
could we? Come on.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have a meeting after the show.
Y'all check out at Prime Ties to Go. At Prime
This is it.
Ties to Go.
Now, the other part of this, though, is once again, we family. We've been family for 24 years. 23 years. If somebody pays, for us to promote their brand or their website or whatever, just a quick little post in the chat group, y'all got to support them. We need them to get some sales. We need to get a couple of sales out of this, all right? Thank you. Shouts out, Rel.
Great point. Oh, Loose Neck. He's letting you just donated again just to tell.
Listen,
Loose Neck donated to let me know.
I have until 10 a.m. this morning. I have until 10 a.m. I have until 10 a.m. 9:15, I understand, but I have until 10 a.m.
Loose Neck wanted to let me know that he received his book that I had sent to him from the Tea with Tree, and he paid $19.99 to tell us that. If anyone wants me to talk dirty, what's the going price?
RC $4.99. Thank you, brother.
Send me your script.
Tree, speaking of talking dirty and speaking of the Tea with Tree, if you don't use it, you will lose it. And that's one reason why an old man a long time ago told me, if I don't get enough for a long period of time, make sure I love on myself. I didn't understand that for years, but I get it now. As an older person, right?
Are you loving on yourself with your?
If you don't use that muscle, you will lose that muscle. Yes.
Are you loving on yourself? Lotion for Christmas? Do we have any lotion makers?
What? Here come the Diddy joke.
What are we talking about?
Here come the Diddy joke.
Any lotion product?
Sad Galloway. Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
Sad Galloway. Thank you.
Penn Troy. Rue Penn Troy.
Where's the money
Troy.
You said it?
Spring 90
That's my LB. That's my LB.
Challenges Xi and Delta Kappa. Delta Kappa, y'all got to show up.
Not only is that my LB, that's my back. 18, 19, Spring 90. Last of the Lamps. Do or Die. Xi.
Send those scripts, ladies and gentlemen. Send those scripts. Any dance moves you have for Arlie, because I'm not dancing.
Hey,
but I'll.
And let me tell you something.
100 stroke.
You talk about tight. Penn Troy is the tightest ninja in the history of the frat. Yep. And so for him to donate that type of money,
I love it.
Thank you, bro.
I love it.
Thank you, Penn Troy.
If any DK's on the line, I need DK to step up.
Many a day I saved his ass when he was online. He deserved it. I deserve $100.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you,
From
Kim.
Kim Jane Kimbrough. Been with the
Thank
stew
you.
since the beginning.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you for your donation.
Look at God. Look at God.
Ryan needs a baby oil deal for those hands.
Yeah, that was totally inappropriate, man. Why'd you get into that conversation?
Well, no,
It's not inappropriate.
If you watch the Tea with Tree, you'd understand why I said what I said.
He
We had that
doesn't.
conversation.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't.
I saw it where the lady.
He likes me to come over
Hey,
and
man.
service his stuff, but he doesn't.
Yep. You see that?
He don't
You
watch
see-
my
you see that?
show.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. That's
Yeah.
not
Well,
accurate.
I'm not. I'm not good. Yeah, Tree. I'm not
It's
going to
not
get
a
into
lot
all
of
what you
give and
just said.
take here.
But
lot of
listen,
give,
man.
a lot
But
of
listen, man.
give.
What is
Loving on
this?
yourself is not a bad thing, man. Everybody not single like you are can just go get love whenever you want. I just, when you've been married almost 18 years, 17 years, the rate of that love sometimes, sometimes you got to speed the process up. And that's fine for adults to be able to talk about that.
So
That's fine for us to be able to talk about that.
You ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil. I was married 27 years. How about that?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you.
So right. When I mentioned,
I just
when I
think it's
mentioned it-
inappropriate though. We getting all this money and these blessings a day, and you talking about baby oil and
They give
and
out money
pleasure
at
in
Magic
yourself.
City. People
We're-
get
we're-
money at the Cheetah. Travis's girlfriend allegedly was getting money. It's
we're eventually going to have a late night show where you have to have a subscription to listen. So this talk is going to be much easily accessible then. Real
God, you're
talk.
such a prude in public.
Doug is a taker, not a giver.
It's not true. That's absolutely not true.
Doug is a taker, not a giver.
You be starting these narratives around here. Come on now. You don't play with these people like this.
Okay, it's 9:16. Let me go. Let's get the music going. Y'all gonna
I mean,
Which-
I got
a little longer?
I gotta go for real. I'm
okay. All right.
I've already kind of late.
Good.
Fine. It was worth it. Wow. What can we say? What do we say, man?
Thank y'all.
Wow.
Come back real quick.
And this isn't even the last show of the year. We're gonna do Monday, right? We still gonna do Monday, right?
Thank you, Tree. Thank you.
We're gonna do Monday, right?
Yes, we're doing Monday.
Okay. All right.
I can't hear you, Tree. We can't hear you, Tree.
We didn't even talk a little bit about the games, the preview the games this weekend. We didn't even get into that. We had too much other fun stuff that we were doing.
Monday is Rogue. We're gonna wild out and recap everything that happened since February. Was it February 7th?
I just got money.
It was that first week. It was the first week in February, the 2nd or the 7th, one of the two.
These ninjas got money, man.
Speaking of that,
Stop it. What did you want to say, Doug or Ryan?
Infamous Merlot. Shouts out to you, Merlot. Samoa B Square.
St. James Lodge number 4.
What I was going to say, Tree, was we're coming up on a year of doing the podcast, and we're going to make something very special out of that. We'll talk about that later on too. A lot of big things popping.
I think.
You're getting me a gift?
I think Mr. International started this thing off. Was he the first one?
He's the title sponsor for the month.
Good Lord. Thank you. Man, thank you.
I need him to really
Arlie
email
started this
me.
thing off. I just
With
want
$5?
Arlie started this thing off. And then it just started popping off. So we gotta give a big shout out to Arlie, my tag team partner.
It was Arlie. Arlie started it.
And she's gone.
A+ for you today too, Naughty Dread. A+ for you today too, player. Thank you very much, Dread.
Shouts out, Naughty. A+ to you.
Can I leave?
My hands ain't ashy.
They're big.
I guess maybe they are ashy. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, I love man. These things right here.
Hey man. Let me go back. Let's do this. Give me 5 minutes, Tree. Infamous Merlot, shouts out to you. Kim Jane, shouts out to you, $10. Penn Troy, Lord have mercy, my LB, $100. Cedric Galloway, $20. Thank you, Cedric Galloway. Loose Neck Psy, we're giving you plenty of shots out. Rel Scott, shouts out Rel Scott. Mr. International again. Melvin Echoes, Mr. International. Mr. International, what do you do for a living, sir? Are you hiring?
Blind Squirrel Sports, at Blind Squirrel Sports. Everybody follow International, Mr. International, at Blind Squirrel Sports.
Lord have mercy. That's what I'm talking about. You got
Shout
it.
out to Rail.
If you got it, flaunt it.
At Prime Ties 2 Go. At Prime Ties 2, the number 2, Go. Shouts out to Rail. Yeah, it makes sense. It all makes sense, man. And shouts out to Ollie for popping this thing off. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you very much.
One of the things, and this is a serious moment for me. One of the things that drives me, probably you too, is to rub our success in the face of the people that showed us out the door.
Thank you, Methuselah. Thank you, Methuselah.
Why are you thanking Methuselah?
He gave us $20.
Oh, shouts out Methuselah.
Thank you, Methuselah.
There's very bad, wicked people out there that want to see us fail. If y'all can help us take this thing to the level we need to take it at, we'd be so appreciative.
And that's the thing. They can help us. They're the reason why we got to where we were anyway. So it is in them to assist. They're the ones that can make it happen. Look at this, Doug. Shout out to 3PJ. Shout out to 3PJ.
Even 3PJ donated $12 and 34 cents.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Thank you, 3P.
Don't do that.
Thank you.
Shout out to you, 3P. 1234.
He know we love him. What's the semblance of 1234?
What's the 1, 2, 3, 4 probably? Shout out to Chief Rocker, Jersey Vern. Now I'm not calling him Chief Rocker no more. It's just Jersey Vern, but he coming up out of his pocket, super sticker, $10. Shouts out to you, Jersey. Shouts out to you, Vern.
Jersey Vern donated $10 or $9.99.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, that's big. that's damn near $400 to Vern. Let him tell it. And thank you, Vern. Oh.
Nah, the chat, man, y'all get an A+ today, and
hey, we didn't plan for this. We didn't ask for this.
No, it's just.
I mean, we all asking for money, but not to this degree.
Shout out to Ollie and Michelle. Thank y'all very much. And Dogs and Poodles, it's y'all. Y'all are the ones that's going to help us get where we need to get.
Y'all are the reason for the season.
Yep. No doubt about it, man. A+ to you, Doug. Good show today. A+ to Tree, Naughty Dread, Ollie. Thank y'all. Everybody in the chat room. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much.
I just want to. So Arlie was on the team. Ty Davison at 848. There go Black Diamond with $20.
Shout out to you, Black Diamond. Super sticker.
Because I have a meeting with this man to be a potential sponsor, I want to just say that Ty Davison actually kicked off the donations.
He was the first one, not Arlie.
Not Arlie, according to what I'm looking at. And then Arlie came through to shame me and Naughty. And for Naughty, you got 5, I got 5. And then from there, it just went. Once you said what you said,
yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I don't know why I didn't think of this 8 months ago. You sent a couple of ducats, a couple of coins, like Kara says. We put your chat at the front of the pack.
Yep.
I just wanted
your message will get read. It will get read.
And we'll do advertising. We'll do advertising.
Yep.
Arlie will dance, and I will do nasty messages. Or
at Blind Squirrel, at Blind Squirrel Sports, at Prime Ties 2 Go. Yeah, at Blind Squirrel Sports.
Thank y'all, man.
Yeah,
thank y'all.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Y'all be careful this weekend, man. Everybody's on their break, getting some time off. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Be careful in the streets. Please drink responsibly. We're looking for title sponsorships, and we're looking forward to Monday's show where we recap the last year that we've had in 2024 and look into what's coming up in 2025. And everybody's very excited. Thank y'all very much. Wow, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Again, shouts out to your Black Diamond. Dropped another 20 up in there. Thank y'all. Wow. Yeah. And the world heard. You know what the world heard, man? They know what's going on around here. They heard me say I was good until 10, but y'all had to go. They heard me say that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all was giving reasons. Y'all was giving reasons to give more time. Y'all was giving reasons.
Methuselah.
There's a couple of things. We really didn't even get into the games deep, you know?
We didn't get
Oh,
to the
yeah.
games at all, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. If it's gonna go down like that, yeah, we can. Y'all are paying for more, and you'll get it. Peace and blessings, y'all. Be careful in them streets this weekend.
Lord have mercy.